Hey, it's Ross Baden with Roll Radio. We're playing Delta Green tonight. This is going to be called Bright Redoubt, which is the operation name. I'm actually playtesting this because I'm going to run it on Patreon next week. So you guys get to be the guinea pigs for it. Yay! So let's go ahead and you are all Delta Green agents of the program. You have been called for a mission. It is just you show up and you have a handler who will give you a briefing. But before that, as you are all entering in a generic office building somewhere that is unlabeled, an office park, because they prefer to dwell in anonymity, not in the safety of government agency buildings. Let's go and introduce characters. Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason, and I'm going to be playing Eugene McMurtry. You can call me Doc. I was a Navy corpsman, did multiple tours with the United States Marine Corps before getting out, having a bit of a breakdown, and re-enlisting in the 18 Bravo program, becoming a Navy SEAL corpsman, which I did for about 20 years before they forced me out into retirement. Then I joined the Constellus group as a private security contractor, and did all kinds of work and all sorts of places you don't even want to hear about, honestly. While conducting combat operations alongside Filipino Marines in support of the War on Terror to destroy and disseminate the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, we encountered something in the jungle. I still don't understand, but we put fire into it and it didn't go down. And it didn't bleed. We couldn't kill it.
Well, you said that.
It's fun. And obviously, Doc survived. And,
yes.
Some misspoken words and an after-action report got the attention of a certain agent, a certain program, and he was soon inducted. So next up, we have Bill.
Yep. Playing FBI Special Agent Patrick Cornwall. One-time clinical psychology researcher, just didn't quite love the clinical side of things, and was introduced to the more, flashy, exciting, not flashy at all, but the more analytical side of things from a neighbor who was an FBI agent who befriended me. And let's see, was introduced to the program courtesy of some time spent undercover with a militia group in the Great Plains, the northern Great Plains, who are actually covering for something else. It wasn't actually about landowner rights, it was about unnaturally large snakes. Which do die when you shoot them, but only when you shoot them a lot. And much like McMurtry, a few misplaced words in in some therapy sessions. Post that got me in contact with the program.
All right. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Melissa.
Mm-hmm. And I am playing Chris Palmer, who is a cultural anthropologist. And I got involved in all of this because I actually did my dissertation on culture's need to explain the unexplainable and the overzealous interest in the unnatural. And so because of my research, I was recruited into this program, but clearly this is just the psyche's need to explain the things that we cannot understand, and nothing more.
Oh, all right, a skeptic. This will be
sweet
great.
Summer child.
This will be fun.
Flowers in her hair.
And finally, we have Renee.
Yeah, and I'm going to be playing Kurt's. First name is Wiz. I'm not going to tell you if that's my actual first name, but that's what I give.
Yeah.
I am a computer scientist, a.k.a. Really good at computers. And
He's a hacker.
Yeah.
not necessarily. Like,
hacking is such a derogatory term.
I know. So, but I like in general, mathematics. I have 3 or 4 computer-related degrees.
You're also really good at unarmed combat.
I am. I love Kung Fu.
Yeah.
And I know Kung Fu.
That makes sense.
Keep in mind, Renee, this was Aaron's pre-gen in the last scenario.
Yep. Well, I'm sure
So
that I
you're-
won't play it the same. So
In the alternate
very
universe.
And we will all benefit so greatly. And yet we will not laugh nearly as much.
I don't know.
That's
That sounds
cold,
like a
man.
challenge.
That's cold. So anyway, I came to Delta Green after an encounter with the unnatural that subjected me to extended captivity. Basically, like, I was in this place that the laws of science didn't really seem to apply in the way that you would expect it to apply.
Did it turn out Scotty was wrong? You can change the laws of physics.
Yeah, in some places apparently, but eventually, so I'm adapted to being helpless. But eventually, I was freed or rescued or returned by a team of agents. Such as yourselves. So from time to time, I help out when needed.
All right. So all of you have been called to, again, this office park, Northern Virginia, outside of D.C.
Finally again.
Yeah, well, it's not anywhere near any official institution. You know, this is you're doing this through a shell company. You know, Ginsec Security or something like that. But yeah, you've been called. So you come into the minimally equipped office that has been equipped with a lot of security systems. As you can tell, you have to get a key card, thumbprint, that kind of thing. So,
And yet all the computer monitors are CRTs.
And there is a younger man, probably mid-30s, something like that. He is, suit and tie. Well dressed, and he says, "Introduce my name as I'm your handler for this. This is Operation Bright Redoubt. This is a code name. I don't come up with the code names, but this came down through a monitoring system, and my name is Scott Blank. We are." He's looking at a piece of paper on a manila folder, and basically he says, "The basic. This is a. I'll be honest with you. This is a warning came up from an automated legacy system. I'm not going to give you an organizational history because you're not really cleared for the whole history, but there are." From our predecessor organization, there were certain automated warning systems put into various databases and security systems throughout the U.S. government, and one of them tripped a red flag. And so we need to investigate a person, this man named Harris Whitaker. Apparently his EKG triggered some sort of alarm from a study he was participating in. He's a test subject. So here is his address. He lives in Massachusetts, outside of Arkham, and
Because it's always Arkham.
it's just a normal city, as far as anyone tells. Anyone with human can make a roll.
Yup. That's critical success on an 11.
Okay.
I'm not going to bother.
Critical fail.
Me too.
Critical failure?
This is why I didn't even bother.
All right. Yeah, nothing to see here. Oh, God. Yeah, he is reading a very different mission briefing. He is basically parsing you can kind of almost see you can't really see the text, but you could tell he is scanning, reading a lot of text. There's a lot of text on the briefing that he's looking at that he's choosing not to tell you. Mm-hmm. And he is just kind of saying, yeah, go investigate this guy. He gives you address. So he is clearly, so there's something going on here.
Wait a tick.
Yes.
I can't help but notice you're turning a lot more pages than saying words. Are we perhaps cleared for this briefing, Doc?
Listen, All right, do you have persuade?
I do.
All right, give me a persuade check.
Because I just can't help but feel that, go investigate is kind of a broad remit.
A little vague.
That, however, is a fail.
Okay.
You are unpersuasive.
Well, you do get something. He says, look, like I said, this is I'm not sure why we're supposed to investigate this person. It's just, he triggered up his something. All I know is that, his EKG is unusual from when he's sleeping. And he's being studied by a doctor. Let's see here. God, I forgot the name of the doctor. Let's say Leslie Barrington is a clinical psychologist who's submitting some sort of study about abnormal sleep patterns submitted his brain activity when he was sleeping. It's very unusual. That triggered something in the automated legacy system. Now I have a bunch of reference numbers in these documents that I will have to look up to find out why this is important. But it says we just need to investigate him. Anyone else give me a human check?
Everyone else?
Everyone can.
Oh, okay.
Another one?
Yeah. I'll give it another one.
Success.
Nope.
If I got a 10, does that mean I got it? Or
Yes.
Well, you got a
Probably.
1, actually.
So,
Oh, a 1.
Yeah.
So that's under, though, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is good.
Yes.
One is under all the numbers.
Yes. 1 always.
So, yay. So I got it.
Yeah. 100 is always a failure, by the way. A critical failure, I believe.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Because it's 000. It's
Yeah.
double numbers over your skill.
So everyone who made it realized he's putting unusual emphasis on investigate. He is so you could try and press him on that, or
Can I go with bureaucracy? I actually have a master's degree in psychology. I can't help but, think that I might be able to help you figure out the framework.
All right.
Here. Shit, what is that? I think that's the 0.
sad.
Yes. The
Confusing,
elder
guys, they're
sign is the
confusing.
0, so that's definitely a success.
All right. I realize this is the first time working together. We need to establish trust. I just got this mission briefing a few hours before you did. I haven't had time to actually look up anything. All our records are very compartmentalized in different systems going back decades. It's very chaotic in the back end. The mission, the warning was to say, and I know this has to be wrong, says to terminate, not investigate. But I want to be clear, we are not assassinating a U.S. citizen because some computer told us to without a reason.
Sounds good to me.
But
Worked for the current administration.
yeah, so we are not. That's that. One thing I want to be clear. Yeah, I don't know what I haven't had time to read all your dossiers or anything, but if you have had any experience with this organization, you know that there is a tendency to
Shoot first, ask questions, maybe?
cowboy it up. I will not tolerate cowboy action on the behalf. So investigate, find out, look at the person, see if there's any if he's doing anything illegal, bring him in. If he's doing anything unusual, you should know what some of the pre-markers is. Find out, maybe an interview the doctor. Try not to get him suspicious, because if he is a suspect, we don't want to alert him or make him paranoid.
But to be clear, the briefing says terminate.
Yes, it specifically says anyone with this who has these sleep patterns, or this person has to be terminated. But this is like back from the 70s or something like that. I have no idea. There has to be some sort of error or something like that.
Blame it on the CIA.
So it's something from the 70s that was updated to another system. It's everything up until like a few years, 5 years ago. It's just like held together by tape. It's just jury rigged.
Must have been on a Nixon list.
So please, Harris Whitaker, I found his dossier. He's 29 years old. He's, he works as a manager at a local bank. He's seems to be normal. Like there's not even like a speeding ticket is all I see on his normal record from the state of Massachusetts.
No one's normal if you dig deep enough.
So investigate him. I will continue to dig up records and contact you directly. So as soon as I find out why this is, because this does seem to be important, but I'm not going to authorize any sanctioning extreme actions until I know more.
No unauthorized disintegrations.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, your standard. I hope you all will be through the program be approved for a vacation time, or you can you can contact this number if you need someone to back up claims of there's a death in family or any other excuses you want. We can help validate your claims, but just focus your entire time on this. Are we clear?
Crystal.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not too far from where you are to get to Massachusetts, to Arkham, which is by the coast, by the way. And so, yeah, do you guys want to do anything before, or do you want to just drive straight up there, or do you want to? Dr. Barrington goes professor at Miskatonic University, so
Of course he is.
she, Dr. Leslie.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Well, Leslie could be a boy's name too.
That's true.
that's true. Well, this one is she.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look at her. Does she have any research published?
Give me a skill roll. What do you want to use? Let's see here.
How about psychotherapy?
Psychotherapy, perfect.
Yeah, I've only got 30%, but whatever. It's worth a shot.
We'll give you better information.
That's a crit fail
Okay.
on a 33.
I can't really think of a way to screw it up that would be fun, but yeah, you get nothing.
You're totally confused.
You actually know you're locked out of the academic database. You entered in the wrong security information one too many times, so you're locked out.
All right. Yeah,
JSTOR won't let you in, so so that's how your crit failure works.
Damn it,
you could-
JSTOR.
You could hack JSTOR.
Yeah.
Actually, I was gonna say, can I use my computer science to look on the internet?
Yeah. Sure.
Roll to Google.
Well, this will give you more. If you fail, you'll just get Google.
Yeah, that's a critical fail.
Oh man, it's gonna be a rough
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. All right.
99%.
So
Your computer gets
NSA?
infected with malware.
Damn it.
night. So you've rolled a 1 and a 99.
That's what I've gotten thus far. I'm doing awesome.
Your laptop, you're going to have to reformat your Windows, or you're going to have to reinstall Windows on your laptop.
Your partition corrupted.
Windows.
Or Linux or whatever.
As I say, I don't use Windows.
You're going to have to spend a few hours fixing your computer because you clicked on the wrong link and there's...
Well, luckily, I have a degree in microelectronics.
Yeah,
There you go. We should investigate the
You two could be
bank,
doing this while someone
see
else
if they're
drives it.
just, is this just a savings and loan bank?
Well, I'm gonna
or-
go talk to Dr. Barrington.
Well, I'm assuming we all are, but,
Okay.
let's see if there's
like,
anything
Yeah,
interesting
you two could be
first and-
doing those things while someone else is driving.
Yeah.
And then so...
I have-
It's like McMurdy could be driving or you could...
I have a Wi-Fi puck.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go consult Dr. Barrington about my sleep disorder
Okay.
and strike up a conversation, doctor to doctor,
Okay.
and casually bring up some interesting things that I read. about
Okay,
in
so you
research.
head on to Miskatonic University. That'll take you some time to get there.
Okay.
McNerney, what do you want to do?
I'm fine with being the driver.
Okay, so you're
If
driving.
you want to do
You're
any kind of
driving me,
research
definitely.
thing during the drive.
Okay.
And mine.
Oh,
Well, she could take
Well,
a separate.
I gotta
you all drove in
Fixing
separate
my
cars. So.
damn computer.
Yeah.
'cause-
Yeah. All right. So
Private security contractor driving people around is not too far out of my job.
so you all get to
Second, third line
the
minimum.
Arkham environs. You three are heading to the bank then, or were you?
Do you want to
No.
go with me, or
Yes, I would like to be there.
Okay, so you all drive to
Speak the
Miskatonic
doctor.
University.
okay?
It's a nice, pleasant, university.
Miskatonic
Can I
University
bug them
Hospital.
so that I can hear it, but I don't have to be there?
What?
Can I bug them so that I can hear it, but I don't have to be there with my microelectronics?
Well, they could have their phones.
phones on?
Yeah,
Okay.
phones on. Yeah.
I have a police band radio with an earpiece and a throat microphone, so
Sweet.
we can work together and
Okay.
There you go.
totally
All right.
violate our civil rights. Yay!
We're investigating.
Yeah. One thing
It's
is,
for your own good.
Yeah.
It's for your own good.
all of you were briefed or given some sort of orientation for Delta Green. One of the emphasis is that this is about permanent solutions, not necessarily judicial ones. So, like, getting evidence for courtrooms is not a
I am
priority.
above the law.
Yeah,
So extrajudicial is fine.
yeah.
But assassinations, just because the database tells you to, are bad.
Well, that's just creepy.
Anybody with bureaucracy trained, like above base,
Yes.
for free, I'll tell you, realize that
great bureaucracy.
Scott Blank is obviously a career-minded, officer manager. He does not want to do it. He's covering his ass. He doesn't want to have. The one thing in Delta Green is they want to deal with the problem, but they don't want to raise suspicion. And killing the wrong person for no reason is bad.
It's very suspicious.
It
Draws attention.
It draws attention.
OPSEC, the organization.
Bunch of
Right.
cowboys.
So they don't want you to do that. So he's obviously trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. So
That's going to work out well. I'm calling dibs right now that the final scene of the scenario is us having to gun him down because he read the wrong damn thing.
wow. All right. So Palmer, you find Dr. Barrington. She's having her office hours. It's like a late 50s, early 60s woman. She's wall of diplomas and crammed bookshelves. Typical academic office. She's it's like
I'm right at home.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, hello. Can I help you?
Yes, I was actually just going to see if you could do a consultation for me. I hear that you're the best in your field and would like a expert opinion.
Oh, best of my field. Well, flash really will get you everywhere.
Agreed.
So, go ahead and give me a roll. You could use persuade, an academic skill, whatever you think, or bureaucracy, whatever you think would work best.
I do have... Yeah, let's do persuade.
Persuade will work great.
Yes. A 4.
Okay, that's a good that's a success. She tells you. You quickly find out that Barrington is doing. She studies unusual sleep disorders and unusual sleep habits. She's lately been working. She's very excited. She's not unable to see new patients at this time because she is working on a new study that will be very promising about. She kind of hints at it. She's not ready to quite publish it. She can't share everything with you, but she seems very excited about it because she's found someone with a very unique sleep disorder that's just she talks about it. It seems, I can't tell if it's actually, it may even be not even be a disorder per se. It might even be some sort of benefit. I mean, he seems to be invigorated by sleep at times. At other
Is that
times,
abnormal to be invigorated
well, I
by
mean,
sleep?
in a way that is the sheer vividness of his dreams, and some of so she's talking about it in very academic terms. So you can give me an academic role to try and understand it. So if you anthropology, I would allow it to work, or psychotherapy.
History? Probably not.
Not history.
I
I can do anthropology.
Yeah.
that'll
18?
do.
She talks about how this guy is seemingly to she is a Jungian, and she believes this guy is tapping into the collective unconsciousness because he seems to have knowledge of ancient myths and folk tales and things that a young banker would have no idea of. But he has quoted her poems from ancient Sumerian and things, bits from and seems to draw. And he's started drawing. He's just sort of unconsciously become a skilled artist. She seems quite excited by these kind of breakthroughs. So she's trying to figure out how he's able to do this, whether this is just a 1 in a million thing, or if it's just he always had these talents and just forgot about them.
It's not a tumor.
Yeah.
So this sounds fascinating, even from a anthropological perspective. Is there any way that you would ever allow me to collaborate with you and have a look at some of his drawings?
Well, I mean, Give me a bureaucracy roll.
Okay, I can do that. Hopefully. What is that?
That's a 68.
That's 68.
I do not win.
Unfortunately, she seems to be very protective. She wants her name to be front. She misinterprets your actions and thinks.
Oh, I'm trying to impose.
Oh no,
I
you're trying to take. Well, no. It's my study.
Yeah.
You'll be able to read about it.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. When can we expect that it'll be published?
Oh, soon, months. Well, by academic standards,
Right.
Yeah,
Quite soon.
quite soon. So, so that takes you. You spend an hour talking to her. So meanwhile.
I was actually.
Oh, you're gonna go wait
I was
for her?
intending to be there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was just sort of looming in the background, not bothering establishing cover until
Yeah.
I was actually going to do something in the scene.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, not in that sense. Just
Okay.
like I was going to let her do things. But let's see. On criminology, is there? 'Cause I was going to come in and present myself as her usual therapist, but like we were coming to sort of what
You're my therapist?
Because you were talking to her about your sleep disorder.
your sleep disorder, yeah, and that gives me a reason to be there.
Yeah.
That doesn't involve being an FBI agent and.
Yeah, you can give me a
tweaking
psychotherapy
that.
check.
I was actually thinking criminology. Is there anything in what she's described of the study that, like, I could say in terms of, I don't know, whether it would be medical ethics or some reason that, like, we could, get access to the study through that vector? Like,
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, give me a
sort of
criminology check.
an oversight kind of thing.
Sure.
65 out of 70.
You actually you listen and you find out who she's getting grant money from, and she's
Right,
getting
okay.
some grant money from the National Institute of Health. So
Okay.
the program has
Right. We can
connections.
feed that back to blank.
Yeah. So you can
It's a hell of a name.
random name generator. So
I guess.
so you can actually get her notes from the National Institute of Health.
Okay.
So yeah, it takes you some time, but like because you have access to all these databases, lovely federal databases, you can actually get that. So
Turns
I
out
got my
monsters
computer
are in the
fixed.
databases.
yeah, so you get your computer fixed. You undo your crit failure. So yeah, if you want to hack her email or something like that, you could. Since you're on.
I was just gonna look into since we've got the database now. Like,
Okay. You don't even have to roll for that because
gonna
you
say, yeah.
have access to the program. So that takes you time to find it.
Don't hack the Miskatonic University email servers.
not gonna bother with that.
They're totally normal.
There's probably a troll in them.
So that takes you the morning basically, but you get the information on her study, and it's anybody with both the characters with or psychotherapy can make rolls.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a 98.
16 out of 30.
This is not dumb.
Yeah, I mean this is like someone spontaneously becoming an artist from dreaming is
Not really.
that's not a thing. That's not like has ever happened before in recorded history. So you also give me human checks for everybody who's there. So
Okay.
just to
Oh, I make it by 1.
all right.
29 out of 30.
She seems perfectly normal, like an academic who's very excited about her research, very focused, very optimistic. Mentally she seems fine. She doesn't like
Nothing
give the
fishy.
weird.
She ain't freaking out.
Yeah, she totally conventional. Not like she's under stress. Doesn't seem like a secret serial killer or anything like that.
She's
So.
not having any dreams of her own.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not that she's reporting. She certainly seems to be getting enough sleep. So yeah.
Well,
Wait,
so
what?
Well, she's not like there's no bags under her eyes. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That
No. I'm sorry.
sounded like a bury the lead.
No. No, I meant to say that she didn't look tired. So.
Okay.
So I'm just going to leave it off there along the lines of, if you ever have time for a consult, I would really appreciate that. Also, as
She
an
gives you a referral.
anthropologist, okay. And also, I want to offer, as an anthropologist, I happen to have a lot of experience with this kind of thing, and what you're describing sounds like, and I'll spout off something that maybe potentially rings a bell for her, and just say, so if you ever need some insight into what all that might mean,
Atavistic
give me a call.
theory.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you already failed your bureaucracy check, so she's very polite about it, but she's like, yeah,
She might remember me someday.
she might. All right, so you've got the research notes, so you could dig through those if you wanted to. You're also in Arkham, so I mean, you could go visit. You know where Mr. Whitaker lives. You know where he works. From the research notes, you know where they conduct the sleep studies. Just skimming them, you can find out some are at his house, some are at a medical clinic. So, sleep clinic.
So, do we have access to the records at this point?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All we got off of that was this is not a thing that happens. Like, we already looked at the records.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
right? I mean...
well, no, you can give me another roll to, like, read them in detail.
Yeah.
'Cause there's
sit
dozens
and
of
study
pages.
them?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to that's what you want to do next.
I do. I want to sit and study the records and see if I can...
You have do you have first aid, or do you have just...
Oh, yeah. I got first aid.
Okay. You can give me first aid check, too.
Okay.
First spades.
Do you have medicine as well, or just first aid?
I have first aid and surgery, and no, I do not have medicine.
Oh, you have surgery. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I juggled some stats around a little bit, but not like Air Force PJ levels of trained, but 18 Bravo is a pretty effective medical school for military purposes.
However...
Okay. There's a lot of medical data about his
data.
sleep habits. You know, she's at first even from a failed skill check, you realize at first it was a standard sleep study. You know, check the brainwaves while they're sleeping, and then she obviously was very like, oh my god, these results are weird, and then she took a lot more detail and more study. So, like, at first she didn't realize anything was unusual, and then she got really interested in it. But the details of which you are not an expert on sleeping, so you're unable to interpret the results at this time.
Only someone had picked the sleep expert pre-gen.
Well, the forensic pathologist has biology and medicine at 90. Medicine. So, anyways.
It's okay.
So you can give me an anthropology check, Palmer, because she references anthropological things.
Oh, yeah. That's plenty.
Yeah, you get more information. Her thesis is that he is literally tapping into the collective unconsciousness and able to access knowledge that he has never learned in the real world. Like, you know, through his dreams, he's able to access external knowledge that he has no access to otherwise.
Whose external knowledge?
Everyone's.
The external, the consciousness.
She has empirical evidence
Pretty
that.
weak thesis.
Well, no, there is one particular phrase that she found that is Sumerian, which is a poem that she tracked down an archaeologist who knew it, but that wasn't like. He had to translate it and like confirm that it was the right translation, and it was. Mm-hmm. So it was a previously unknown Sumerian poem that he happened to know.
Is it that whole like Sumerian versus Akkadian problem? Like,
well, we're not going to get into details yet.
Fertile Crescent languages are a bitch.
Yeah. So as far as he can tell, he knew a poem from thousands of years ago that's never been published anywhere, and it took a trained archaeologist, you know, some time to like realize it wasn't just gibberish. So that's her proof that it's you know he's accessing external knowledge. So if this can be validated and replicated, this would be a massive breakthrough in the study.
Does she have a hypothesis in terms of what is causing this breakthrough?
Not yet. That's she just wants to prove that it is happening. That's enough to make her career. Obviously.
Is the text of the poem in her notes transliterated?
Yep.
Translated.
No.
Well, like in English, yeah. Yes, it seemed with your anthropology check, it's a poem praising the rising of the morning sun. It seems to be a rather simple.
That's prosaic.
Yeah, it's rather prosaic. But there are other references in there that are not like ancient folklore. There are 3 other characters who repeat in her dreams, or in his dreams. Sorry. Let's see here.
At least there's no haste.
No. There are two other people he meets frequently, a Reed and an Amira, a man and a woman, and he claims the woman taught her the poem, that they were travelers. Then there is one villain or antagonist in his poems that he only refers to as the guest. And he's apparently in the last few weeks he's been getting more and more concerned about the guest coming to visit or something.
Does he have dreams every time he sleeps?
He claims he does, but he doesn't always remember them. So, at this point, it's early afternoon. You get a call from your handler.
Blank.
Yes, blank's going.
Gonna make you say that every time I can.
All right, that's fair. So, what have you got so far?
Didn't we send him a thing earlier?
Well, no, this is while you're like hashing it over, finishing up your research.
Okay.
Ancient Sumerian poem,
Yeah.
Travelers, Rising
Okay,
Sun.
so you all right.
Tell him things.
Okay, so that's weird. Have you talked to the guy yet? Have you assessed him? Does he seem
Not
creepy?
yet. We
Okay.
were sort of dealing with this, like you said, investigate. I mean,
yeah, no, that's
guy
good.
with sleep problems, when as you noted, it said to, put one in him,
Yeah, no,
maybe it's, yeah.
no, I appreciate. No, please do not commit felony murder. Please, not until you have to. So.
Well, that got said.
Spoken like a true program agent.
I did make some. I have been going through back tracing what's going on, and I do have one. There is a case file for this. It has not been digitized though, but I know where the case file is. It's in the personal property of a former NSA analyst who, it's in her estate. She passed away a few years ago. Virginia Holbrook. She lived in Anchorage, Alaska. But
that's
she,
inconvenient.
but her husband, Ed, he seems to have, he would have her possession, so I think she was there. You need to talk to him. You need to find out where her notes are, and probably visit him in person.
In Anchorage, Alaska.
Well, we need to secure her case file for sure. Apparently, this wasn't the only case file she had. There's been the whole thing. Like, apparently, for years they would store the case files for in just like storage facilities all over the country for no reason. I don't know why. Look, it's not your problem. But
Blank has some feelings.
Damn Skippy.
yeah. But we need to secure this. It is procedure now. This should have been done. This should have been done earlier. Anyway, but you need to do that. If you want, I can have FBI watch Whitaker if you think it's worth that. But that, of course, that might alert him if he's truly suspicious. If we put
He shouldn't be suspicious of anything at this point.
Mm-hmm.
well, at this point, we do need
of everything.
you do need to go to Anchorage and get those case files, and then I'm sure that will explain why.
How many case files are we getting exactly?
I don't know.
Great.
There are incomplete records. I was lucky to find out that this particular case, Bright Redoubt, was in her possession. That's actually kind of rare. So count your blessings.
Yeah.
Do we have some kind of official subpoena or something that gives us permission to just take these from Ed?
Oh no, you will have to convince them.
Okay.
Do that. You have a more forgiving sanction.
I
if,
see. So persuade Ed. To
Persuade.
release
If it's money, we have a stipend. You can make requisitions in the field.
We have a toilet seat fund.
Yeah. So, you'll have to go through the regular channels out of character. That means using the bureaucracy skill to requisition things. Because there are rules in the book for requisitioning unusual stuff. So, or you can use your own money if you want to burn your bonds.
Yay.
Honey, where did our vacation fund go to? Well, I had to pay off a guy.
Gambling.
Yeah.
It was all gambling.
That infernal liquor.
Yeah. So
We can get through this together.
if you want to, I mean, you're the field agents. If you don't think this guy's a threat right now, then just hit the airport now. If you want to check him out, you've read the case file. Send it to me. I'll read it after I get caught up some things. But yeah.
Is there anything we can help with apart from this blank?
You don't have
seem
clearance.
A little okay.
You don't have clearance.
I'm just trying to be neighborly.
No, I understand, but you're the one in the field. You'll have your own problems.
It appears that Whitaker is under close supervision since they're watching him sleep routinely, so if something like developed and became dangerous, I feel like they would notice.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I have thoughts about this, but
Yeah, so what? Yeah.
not on the phone.
You have to.
Yeah.
Scott, a blank is giving you discretion
Right.
to choose what you want.
So, horrible idea, though it normally is interpreted as, I feel like this is a split the party kind of situation because, why are we going to send, for instance, the computer hacker and what I'm assuming is, the person I'm assuming is going to end up as our wet works guy, the way this is going.
I mean, I'm also pretty good at stuffing stuff into holes for you, too, so...
I feel like he should go to Alaska.
Oh, okay. See,
Why?
I figured it was just a persuade job.
Well, that's the thing is you all
And I
you
don't know.
I don't have
Right.
really any personable skills. I'm kind of dead inside.
Right.
from all
So, like,
shit.
yeah. So instead, we, leave, like, we don't take the cross-continental, we only spend half the money on cross-continental flights.
The flights are free. You don't have to worry about that. You'll have to make anything.
Bullshit.
No. The flights will be free.
Okay. That was more an in-character
okay.
justification. Like, out of character, I don't know why we send the computer hacker and the, shooting and first aid guy to plead with
I
the
feel
man.
like I'd be happy to have the shooting and first aid guy go with us to Alaska.
I feel
No Alaskans?
To be fair,
Just
since
saying.
it's in all of my stuff, so I have to obey Ross's monstrous rules, I'm guessing I'm going to have to bullshit a roll and then succeed, which I have not done yet tonight, to bring any equipment with us, because my stuff is... Apparently, they wanted to make sure that everybody know that everything I have is quite illegal, though this is incorrect.
I'm just saying,
Night
you
vision
can
is
get armed
totally
when you
legal,
get to
even
Alaska.
military grade.
That is what
I
you
totally
do.
buy it. But, yeah, no.
I'm okay. I am slightly metagaming in this regard, but the guest is coming. So if we all trot off to Alaska, the guest arrives while we're gone, and things go significantly pear-shaped.
So we're going to leave the hacker and the guns guy to deal with the guest? Have
Yes,
fun, guys.
because
I mean...
Okay.
some portion of us were going to
used to
have
being
to
helpless.
anyway.
At the end of the day,
Okay.
guns, bombs, and survivability. Like,
okay.
I'll figure this out. It's
Right.
just not going to be to
Yeah.
his satisfaction. But
care of our
the
hackers.
last time I gave a shit about what a bureaucrat had to say.
Oh, blank.
Was
Not
when I
Ross.
was, no, not Ross. No, I love Ross. I'm not going to tell him to fuck up. He'll do monstrous things to me.
That's fine.
But,
Okay.
but yeah,
all right.
like, yeah.
You've convinced me. Let's go to Alaska.
Okay, so you two are going to Alaska.
Yes.
You two are staying here.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to
Yeah.
die on this hill. Like, if you guys really want to go to Alaska,
Well, you can always
feel
go to
free
Alaska
come
later
with.
too.
I mean, yeah, like, it's not like you can't call.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you can't, then there's not a damn thing we're going to do for you.
Exactly.
Okay. So you two head to the airport.
Yeah.
And get your flights.
Could,
And leave in
yeah.
hours because you already have your go bags packed.
What is the airport in Boston?
Arkham as an airport.
That'll support a
Boston
737.
Or Logan. Yeah. It's,
Well, yeah. I was thinking about that. Yeah.
actually,
I mean,
Logan.
I guess we can get our connection to Atlanta or Chicago, whichever one serves the bridge better.
Probably
regardless.
Chicago.
Yeah. But that would involve air routes making sense.
Yeah.
We probably end up going through Atlanta.
Yeah. So you two head on your merry way. So meanwhile, you two can,
Hang on.
figure out what your game plan is.
What does Whitaker do?
He works at a bank. The
Because
first,
there's a lot of cameras.
yeah,
Yeah,
savings and all.
we need to.
Yeah, you could make a.
Can I
we need to
try and
sting
hack
this thing.
into some security cameras and
All
just
right.
sort of observe?
Sure. All right. So here's how it'll work. Your first skill check means you're doing it from a distance and you're relatively safe.
Okay.
If you fail that, you can try again, but you'll have to change something. Either
Have
get
to
closer.
go to the bank.
Get closer to the bank, or plant something in the bank, or requisition more equipment. Or
Oh, okay.
So you'll have to do something to make up for the failure.
Okay.
But this is your safe free skill check.
Okay. Made it.
All right.
21 out of 80. So good.
You intercept the video signals that are being used for their security cameras, and you can flick through them. You have to be fairly close, but there's a Starbucks nearby because there's always a Starbucks nearby.
Yep.
And
Love me some Starbucks.
get you some Starbucks, and so you watch them. This is the first time you've had eyes on them. Do you have humans or
No, I've got SIGINT.
Sigint?
but-
You can be Sigint. Roll.
Again, technically counts.
Actually, Sigint would have been better for that.
Very relevant. Sig.
Yeah, that's a critical fail.
Okay.
That's a 99 again.
All right.
Wow. Those dice are not sharp edged.
No,
You
I
get.
should stop rolling on paper.
That's what's doing it. You get cut out, and you realize you should probably get up and leave.
All right, so do that.
All right.
Do you have some kind of skill where you can
Nope.
BS some like bugs and stuff that I can try and plant?
Sigint.
Yep.
Okay. Can we?
I also have microelectronics.
Okay, so on
You
her.
recorded the footage that you did see, so you do have video footage of Harris as he looks today.
Well, yeah, but can she on a successful roll make some stuff, and I on a successful stealth roll get
Why
into
not?
his part and
Sure.
his apartment and
Oh, so in
Oh, yeah.
his apartment?
yeah. So you make yours, and then I'll try and make mine. I'll
Okay,
try
so
and-
you're
try
going
and
to
bug
his house.
place. Yeah.
All right.
Nope.
What'd you get? What'd you fail by?
Just 10%.
By 10. You can. It'll either be unreliable or short-lived, or you can make a bureaucracy check to requisition better gear.
Bureaucracy, eh? I've got 10, so
Do you have bureaucracy?
you
I
got-
had the exact same amount, so
Yeah.
let's see what the hell
I mean,
happens.
we can try.
Yeah.
You can try.
Bureaucracy to Alaska.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I guess they could call
does
them
it
and
take
be
to
like,
have
hey
our
guys,
phones
send
on
me.
in contravention of airline rules?
Oh, I
You
mean,
can't get a call when you're up there.
You can now. These
Sometimes.
days. You absolutely
Not
can.
often.
if you're over
Now
a
when
big
you're
city,
flying to
yeah.
Alaska.
Every major airline has them these days.
Yeah, you can get in-flight Wi-Fi too. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can get a
We could
Google.
do it via email.
We could do a
or just
message.
voice chat, voice IP. Yeah, you can give me a bureaucracy check since you're on the flight, or whoever. One person can.
I'm
give
just trying to help.
me. Yeah.
What is your bureaucracy?
Also 40.
Guys, we need some bugs.
I have 40. What do you have?
Also 40.
Oh, go ahead.
All right.
Yay,
All
bugs.
right. So you managed to get standard audio and video micro cameras and bugs. So you
Okay. So-
first give me a what is the skill?
Stealth.
First the what do they call it?
Maybe if you can hum a few bars.
The spot.
Alertness?
Alertness. That's it.
The
yeah.
alertness?
Yeah, give me alertness. I was looking for notice or perception.
Come on, dice. Give me something here. Yes, that makes
All right. I assume you don't have locksmith, so you can't pick the lock.
it. That's not a skill.
Yeah. Lock picks are a training.
Oh, yeah.
Special training. I have it. Sorry.
No, I don't have it.
Okay, but with your alertness, you do see an open window in the backyard. It's a 2-story suburban house, white picket fences kind of neighborhood. I mean, he does pretty well for himself. He's a banker in an upscale community.
Right.
But you also notice his neighbor has a dog that's very active and barky. So the stealth skill, now because you notice the dog, you can make the stealth skill.
Roll for steak.
Yeah. Well, you could go and get a steak and try and use that, or you could just make your stealth roll to avoid it.
I mean, what am I going to roll for steak?
Athletics to, or no, sorry, no, is there an
For a
athletics?
good
There's an
toss.
athletics.
All right, yeah, just give me athletics, see if you can
Okay.
throw it and get it.
There's no difference between how I did these percentage-wise. Good. All right.
This is-
Come on. Got it.
All right. It gets a steak. It's shooting on.
turned into a text parser adventure.
Yeah.
Throw steak. To
Yeah.
That's Hugo's House of Horrors.
it is.
So the back door, the window in the back yard, facing the backyard, is open.
Yeah.
And I'll say it's like April, so it's a nice time of year. And you managed to get in. With her help, you're able to bug the house, and you're able to get back out without having no one notices you.
Sweet.
So you're able to set up nearby and put him under surveillance. So and while he's at work, so and you also have recording devices set up so you can listen and or watch what happens whenever you're not monitoring it, and rewind and all that other stuff. So that takes you some time to set all that up.
Sure.
So it's like evening by the time you're done and ready to go. You have a rental van for that. The stand, Flowers by Irene, kind of. Hey man, Simpson jokes. Can't go wrong with those. And
My character is very not okay with this.
no, it's a white unmarked van.
Oh yes, the Candy Mobile.
Yeah. Meanwhile, so you're back in you land in Anchorage. You have Ed Hallbrook's address, and you can go and just drive up to him direct. You get your rental car from the airport. Since you're an FBI agent, you get to keep your gun on your plane. So you still have all your whiz bang gear. But
Really just have gun and other gun.
yeah. Other gun you can give to the anthropologist if you wanted to. So
Here, this is a 38.
yeah.
Point and shoot. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you just want to drive there directly?
Well, what's our cover story?
Right, well, that's what I was hoping for. I mean, like,
We could be auditors.
can we look at his Facebook profile?
He doesn't have one. He's an old guy.
From Alaska.
Yeah.
That,
They have a
Old Alaskan men don't like Facebook.
yeah.
as
you
far
been
as
to
Alaska
Anchorage?
goes. I guess you have.
Twice.
I should shut up.
I'm just saying, Alaska is a wonderful and interesting place, and there are
Wonderful and
interesting people
All
who
right.
live there.
Does he have a profile on Christian Mingle?
Oh yeah,
You
plenty
can
of
get-
fish.
Yeah, all right. Computer user bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 35.
Okay.
36, also yes.
He's a retired postal inspector who worked in D.C. And he moved out here with his wife. 5 years ago. She died 3 years ago. So he's been living by himself ever since. He does not, subscribe. What kind of other information are you looking for? As far as you can tell, he doesn't use the internet.
Right, okay. Is there actually any reasonable way to get, like, magazine subscriptions?
Or charitable organizations
Yeah.
that he
Okay.
donates to.
Yeah.
or-
He donates to some organizations that promote literacy. And nothing stands out. He's not. He seems to be, and some outdoor magazines. You do actually. So you succeed, bureaucracy. You do get his bills or his credit card statement. He has several monthly bills, including one to a U-Store facility in Anchorage.
Facilities.
Can we get an address on that? Mm-hmm. So we could just, skip this part entirely and just go lean on the guy surfing the desk at the U store and
I feel like we
out
break
of
in
character
and
green box. Go see the green box.
right. I feel like we go break in, and if that doesn't work, then we use the break in as a cover story for why we're visiting him.
Right, hockey masks. It is.
Yep.
All right. Nice D&E job. All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So, you guys, back in Arkham, you're watching them. So,
Very legal.
yeah.
Oh yeah, super legal with bugs in the house.
Hey, it's not murder.
Yeah.
He gets home.
That's what we've been steered away from. Not any of the rest of this.
He goes home. He arrives around 6:00. Goes inside, changes clothes, cooks himself a quick microwave dinner. Then he, in about an hour, he leaves.
Okay.
So, do you guys
We're
want?
gonna tail him.
Yeah, we're gonna tail him.
All right, that would be a driving check, or stealth. I'll allow stealth.
My stealth's better than my driving.
What's your stealth at?
20.
I have a 50.
My driving's at 60. Or my
Okay.
stealth's at 60. What did...
You said 20.
20 for driving. I thought you were asking.
Oh, I don't have any driving. So.
Yeah, my stealth is 60.
All right.
Right.
Sorry. Crud.
All right, you lose him.
Yep.
And he didn't bug his car, so. All right. You can give me one alertness check to spend the night or looking for him in the area just to try and find his car.
Mine's a 60.
Oh, your alertness.
Or
is
you both
60?
can. You can both.
Yeah, you should go. Mine's 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not so alert.
Not that it seems to matter. My dice really like the 9s tonight. Could have used this crap the last time. Playing 13th age, that'll pass.
All right. You find his car parked at a nearby downtown parking garage as you're driving around there, and you know what area he's in. So both of you can split up and cover more ground that way, or you can stick together.
Is this anywhere near the?
This is near the bars. This is like the downtown
Okay.
area.
I don't really like the idea of letting the hacker go strolling around by herself hunting for
I mean, I
enemies.
know kung fu and all, but
Yeah. If you're welcome to do as you wish then.
I can bend spoons sometimes.
No.
Sometimes. It's the best.
All right. So both of you can give me alertness checks, but you're sticking together
Okay.
because you're both looking around.
Nope.
Just no.
Okay. So you see him as he's sort of running back to the parking garage from several blocks away. He's just you're like across the street at the corner, and he just runs in, and then a moment, what do you do?
Do we see anybody following him, or does he just
Give
seem
me
to be
another
running?
alertness checks.
Shit.
Yeah.
Come on, dice. Got it.
Yeah, no, not so much.
You do. You saw the shadow of someone along the wall, looking maybe towards him, but then the way the light is, it looks like there was somebody, but then they just left. So you could either chase after that, where the shadow was, like where you saw maybe someone was there, or you could go to him, or you could just wait to see what happens next.
I lean towards the person that we've actually been told to investigate.
Yeah, I'm in concurrence with this.
Okay. All right. So, what are you going to wait for him to leave? As you look, it took you a minute to look around and kind of spot that.
Sure.
You can hear the.
But he was running towards where his car is parked, right?
Yes.
So
You hear his car engine start up.
So I'll book it back to the car and bring it around while she,
Okay.
watches to see where he goes.
Okay. You see him leave. He seems to be heading towards the direction of his home.
that away.
He's driving pretty fast. He runs a red light, actually.
And I also pull up the surveillance footage, of his home.
All right, you have that active. So are you going to, by the time you get around, he's several streets away.
Yeah.
So are you, you can just go straight, follow him, where it looks like he's going home.
Then yeah, I'm gonna take back streets to get to his place. So
Okay, take you a little longer.
Yeah,
but you have footage of him. So as you're on about halfway back to his house, you see the lights of his car from the front window. He then a second later, the lights come on. He comes in the house. He looks. Both of you can give me human rolls.
Ooh.
Or alertness check. I'll allow alertness. Human
okay.
would give you more information, but
No signet?
no, because this is like interpreting what.
I know. I'm just checking.
That's a crit success, I might add.
Yeah, no, I didn't get it, so.
All right.
Upgrade to what human would have gotten you.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
He's clearly afraid. You can see sweat on his forehead. He bolts his door shut and closes all the curtains. Rushes upstairs. You also see there is some sort of smudge or stain on his shirt, like right about here where the ribs are. You're not sure what that is, but it actually looks like the shirt is kind of torn. So you're not sure what that is.
Okay.
But then he, you don't have perfect coverage of everything. You only had so many cameras.
Sure.
So you don't see exactly, like he tosses the shirt into the hamper or somewhere off camera. And he, he gets changed into different clothes, and paces around the house a little bit. And by this time you've pulled up in his neighborhood. So he looks out the window every once in a while. Do you drive by it because you realize he's looking on the street at your vehicle right now?
Yeah, no, we drive by.
Yeah, you drive by.
Yep.
Then he goes under his bed and pulls out a small case and unlocks it, and there is a pistol in it.
Okay.
And he checks that before putting the pistol on his bed on a nightstand next to his bed.
Well, I pull out my MP5 and I check that. So.
Well. Yep.
I message both Blank and our buddies in Alaska to make sure that they understand that the suspect is armed.
Yeah.
And
Not a
also,
suspect.
We're investigating him.
Yeah. So, you can tell something scared him. Something is threatened him, or something. Your only interpretation is obviously the guest actually paid him a visit, or I don't know, maybe it was unrelated. Maybe someone tried to mug him.
perfectly possible. So somebody mugged him and then just slashed at his rib cage.
Yeah. So meanwhile,
Every day.
yeah.
Can I just had an idiot moment and got a rewind. Can I ask for a rewind? On the flight, can I be looking over the poem and the notes some more with an eye to the 40% occult?
Yeah,
I've
go
got
ahead.
handy, so I can fail at that.
Go for it.
Actually, 33 is a critical success.
Oh my god.
Woot.
Do you have a natural? I forgot.
No, I have 0 unnatural.
All right. Well.
I had 0 unnatural.
Yeah. No, you still have 0 natural. You're not that.
No.
Calm down.
Nothing that drastic has happened.
Yeah. So, studying the poem and looking at that, you actually find the description of the dawn. You actually realize it's also talking about seeing the dawn from near a cliff near the sea, but judging just as you're reading it actually, and you're kind of you're thinking about what collective unconscious. What if this is something that's appeared? What if this imagery you think? Well, what if someone else has seen this cliff? What if this has appeared elsewhere? So you start reading for other poems in ancient cultures about, seas, cliffs, that kind of things. And then you get a very concrete image of it in your head. And for a moment, it's almost there. And when you look down at the piece of paper you're sketching on, you've drawn a beautiful pen sketch of the sun rising over the ocean as viewed from a cliff.
Am I sitting next to him on the flight?
Memes.
You are. Give me an alertness check for you, and give me a sand check for you.
An alertness check.
No, I'm totally,
You don't notice it?
I'm fine.
I
All right.
may or
Well,
may
I
not be
mean,
drinking on the flight.
No, yeah, no sand loss.
25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no sand loss.
Okay.
And you do there are other poems, obscure poems throughout history that seem to reference the exact same cliff, even from like radically different places. Maori.
So that's what the fuck Yates was on about.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw the
South.
picture away.
So it's just in his
Yeah.
notes.
No, I'm gonna fold it up and keep it. And
But that's a little unsettling.
Probably
You were kind of
bring it later.
daydreaming off for a moment, thinking about that particular poem too much.
well,
That's you don't need to worry about that.
okay.
Good job
so
rewinding that one.
This 9mm just turned into a retirement plan, so
All right, so fast forward, you're in that at
Yeah.
Anchorage. How are you going to break into this story place?
right. Okay, so I figure we've got two angles here. We could either go legit and try to work our way into a warrant, or we can just go in and look at the guy who's surfing the desk and see if we can just scare him as cop-related people.
Yeah, I think you just say we have a subpoena and a gun, and then he lets us
And a
in.
badge. Maybe badge, thin gun.
Yeah.
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 Order.
And I'll
order
stand
takes
there and look like the
stuff.
official, like,
that
auditing
Murtaugh rig
person.
stuff only works,
Yeah.
Yeah, in the movies, which this is not. Yeah.
So
So I'm going to stand there and look like an auditor.
Okay. Can I human first? Like, can we like go in? And,
Yeah. you talk to him. There's a clerk. He's young. It's like a.
66 is a critical success. What's the best angle here?
The guy you can tell is a very JROTC type, just out of a high school, like very like buzz cut and like
All right,
very very patriotic, and
Okay.
very very impressionable from older authority figures.
Okay.
So
Then I'm going to ask him to let us into this, unit that we need to examine. I am going to show him the badge and, talk in essentially investigatees about ongoing investigations and person of interest. And,
all right,
look like
persuade
an
with a +20
outstanding
bonus.
citizen.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Fine then. An 11 is a critical success.
Bill stole all your luck there.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
These are
That's
the
fine.
first time the Cthulhu dice have been good for me.
You know what? Win the game for us, because I'm clearly going to die sooner or later from these rolls. So it's fine.
well,
I'm not valuable.
That's
I'm
not playing
valuable.
the game
it's fine.
wrong.
I have a Cliff and Ocean in my brain now, so
I was loaded.
He's been waiting for this, to do his duty. So he doesn't even question it. He takes you. You just tell. You don't have the unit number. You need to know the name. So he looks up the unit number and takes you someplace about in the middle of the facility.
All right.
It's a building or it's an indoor thing where they have climate control. Because Anchorage, you don't want to store things outside.
right. No,
yeah.
fair.
That makes a lot of sense.
So he does not have a key to it, but he has bolt cutters. So is
I
that-
have lockpicks.
Oh my
and the
god! Of
skill.
course, yeah.
And
so
the skill.
Is that Dex times 5?
Yes,
All right.
I believe it is. I don't want to look it up.
I'm 1 over.
I'll give it to you, but you scratch up the lock. It's going to be pretty obvious. It's kind of an ugly.
I think the stealing was going to make it happen.
It opens, but obviously the lock has been tampered with. It's very obvious. So, and you break your lockpick.
Okay.
So you have one lockpick left. We'll use Skyrim rules.
Wow, I, the master of unlocking, find this useful.
So you open it up, and there is only one box in there that seems to be moldering there. Both of you can give me alertness checks. And do either of you have architecture by any chance? I forgot.
That's not a
That's
thing.
not
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Archaeology.
Art or... well, just give me
Art?
alertness. Alertness will...
I do have
It's
also.
Call of Cthulhu or Trail of Cthulhu, sorry. I was making pre-gens for
Good thing
Trail,
you
and
made
that
it.
has architecture.
That'll be a 5.
You notice that there are a lot of drag marks going to the right wall, and you look over and you can see the bricks are loose there, and you kind of push it over, and you realize that someone has opened up, like knocked the wall out brick by brick, and then moved heavy objects through into the adjacent unit, and then closed it back up. There are also a lot of other impressions where there were large objects here that are no longer here.
Is JROTC Kid still with us?
Yeah.
Jimmy, could you do us a favor? The unit adjacent here, could we find out who owns or who rents that unit?
So you're pointing out the fake wall?
No.
Okay, you just wanted to know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, he goes and finds it.
Actually, well, in that case, I'm going to cover it a little better. Can we get the identities of the adjacent units? All of them.
All right. So he does that. You get a name. You can give me the name.
Paul Henderson.
Paul Henderson.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to go with Rusty Shackelford, but
It could be Rusty Shackelford.
That's the other.
yeah, that's the other
That's the other one.
That's the one that's not on the hiding things side.
No, the Paul is actually Rusty Shackelford is the fake name because it is a fake name. You look it up. It is it goes to a PO box.
Interesting.
Someone paid in cash. And this was he looks it up. It was paid. It's been prepaid for like a year and a half. So this was like happened almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
So
Prepaid for a year and a half, 2 years ago?
well,
The period paid is longer
Yeah,
than the
yeah.
elapsed time.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. That's
No, that's fine. Sorry. That was ambiguous.
Right.
So, yeah, someone stole the green box and gave a fake name to Jason, someone who knew that it was going to be here. So, now you could go through the documents of the financial documents, try and figure out if you can go through years worth of, see if they have the videotape, or see if you can get some sort of clue to Rusty Shackelford's real identity.
Seems like a job for our hacker.
Yeah. Well, there's real paper. Yeah. So you could see if there's if they ever paid it with a credit card instead of cash.
right, but even at that, the U-Store place is going to have paper record keeping.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Or you could talk to the your other lead, of course, is still the husband.
Right.
So.
Well, okay. So we don't actually know that yet. I mean, we can probably surmise that they paid it under a fake name, and then whatever that
Yeah, it
was in
takes
there
you-
they took.
yeah,
but
yeah. I'm giving you it's a fake name for free because it's
okay.
it's a
So-
trivial thing to type it into your federal your
right.
databases. And
I guess the larger thing I'm saying is we don't know that the stuff isn't still in the next unit.
Right. We're
the next
until we
unit is empty.
actually-
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
The next unit is empty.
All right.
save us time.
Well, let's certainly take the box we've got,
Yeah.
and
I think that we can go talk to Ed, but request from Jimmy that he pull the footage from.
if it goes back that far.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what you'll be doing for a while. So you guys get that update. So it's later at night. It looks like Harris is staying up late.
Weird.
But he's actually put a chair up against all the doors leading into his house. He's locked all the windows and checked them. Still pacing around every once in a while. But other than that, the neighborhood seems to be quiet. What do you guys want to do? You can just keep watching them, or do you want to... you could try and go back to the scene, downtown area, and try and figure out what happened. Like by talking to bartenders, other people there, to see if they saw some sort of altercation.
Do you have any kind of personal or investigation skills?
Nah.
They'll tell you some things for free. Like, you don't...
I'm good with making broken things work.
There'll be opportunities for that.
I'm not good with people
Okay.
at all.
I'm neat.
So we're not the people to go investigate talking to people.
I mean, you can always just take the tactic of, if you have constitution enough to go drink with people till they tell you
Right.
things.
Oh, yeah, I would allow that.
It's been a tried and true investigation tactic for years.
Yeah, I'm asthmatic, so I also don't have constitution.
Motivation is
So basically, you sit in front of the computer and that's it.
Okay, so I leave her to
I do
observe while I go try and.
How do you do that with your asthma?
It's very
All right,
slow,
allow some
steady
intel.
practice.
You can give me... every once in a while I'll ask for luck rolls.
Okay.
Luck rolls are 50-50. You can choose whether you want high to be good or low to be good.
You monster.
You'll still get something even if you fail. It won't be a total wash, but like...
Is that because he's drunk? He gets to choose if it's high or low.
Well, it's
Choose
whether
the form
she's
of the destructor.
Yeah,
it's a luck.
let's go high. It's been going high all night.
Yeah, that's logical.
Get up, you bastard. Nope. It's 16.
16. Now you get a 16.
Yep.
That sounds reasonable. So
I knew it was going to happen the minute I said it.
you spin CO. So give me a count times 5 check. I assume are you going to be teetotaling, or are you going to be drinking to gain the trust of like bartenders, other people?
I got pretty good constitution.
All right, you can do it.
I think I can. I think I can try this. Something better than my charisma.
There you go.
You know, a few war stories, whatnot. I'm strong, athletic looking, whatnot. Yeah, I made that.
All right. So you take your time and you figure out what bar he was at by just retracing his path and realizing, it just had to be the bar, just the way how long he was running, everything like that. So, so you spend some time there, and eventually you bring the subject around. It's like, oh man, you bring up tales. Oh, this time I saw this crazy bar fight. And it's like, I bet nothing like this ever happens in a town like that. So. Well, no, it's not crazy like you're talking, but like there are fights here. There are incidents.
We have entertainment.
Yeah.
We're too cool, guys.
He tells you that there was some sort of like he saw the guy, some guy, preppy looking guy. You realize he's talking about Harris. Got into some sort of. Someone bumped into him, and he didn't see it because it was in the back. But the person he bumped into, some sort of like real tall, like I don't know, it was like an older woman, or maybe I couldn't see, gray hair, something like that. Got real angry at him, and the guy knocked over a table. The preppy got shoved into a table or something, and then he ran out. Everybody was yelling. I didn't see what happened to the other person. Was it what? No, long hair. Well, maybe that's a guy these days. Who knows? So it's a crazy thing. And somebody got cut. Like I had to clean up blood on the floor.
Oh, they got cut. Like was it like was it glass? Like
No, I didn't. No broken glass. No broken glass. Just a small pool of blood. Not too much. Like it looked like it couldn't have been. I mean, the guy ran off. Both of them ran off, so it couldn't have been too bad. But for some, I've had to mop up blood.
This is Massachusetts, right? Like, what kind of security? Your bouncer? Was he checking?
Well, he's out front. Yeah, I mean, this happened over here.
But wasn't he checking people coming in?
He's getting. The boss yelled. Oh man, the boss chewed him out. Like I had to clean up real quick so no one would see. Okay. We didn't tell the cops because there's no one to. What's the report? Both of them ran off.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You do notice also that there is a security camera positioned above this place, so or that would have a view of where it would happen. Okay.
So I take Wiz Kid over there.
Yeah.
Have her start doing her thing.
Okay.
I can do that.
He's drifting off to sleep at this point.
Okay, so but isn't he the most interesting when he's asleep?
Fuck. Okay.
All right, you're gonna stay up all night watching him sleep, though, right?
No, but like,
Red Bull!
I mean, I'm gonna at least watch him for like.
I've been watching you sleep.
Can't you like mirror monitor stuff? Don't you?
That's more of your focus too. And also, do you want to be close in case something happens, or does that not matter to you?
I mean, I just want to see what happens. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to do much.
Do thing.
Anyway.
All I can do is Kung Fu Man.
Okay.
So I mean, probably like I don't think that I'm gonna try and like be like super close, but if he's falling asleep, I'm probably gonna watch for like an hour or so just to sort of see if he's
bar's gonna close down by then.
Chill.
Yeah, I met this pretty cool chick with turquoise hair, so I'll get back to you.
And
So you're just taking the night off. All right.
I mean, I feel like if I'm
no,
playing
that's fine.
correctly, that you put that as one of my motivations.
Clearly, it's not nothing too interesting is happening. So
I mean, yeah,
Time to make some new bonds.
Yeah.
You know what?
no, that's fine.
dear.
she's a waitress. She's a waitress here at the bar. Like, you know, I gotta pump her
He was
for
telling,
information.
Okay.
she's very interested in all those stories he had to tell about all those interesting bar fights.
Yeah, of course she is.
Anyway, you do have at least your cell phone.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna watch him for an hour, and then I don't know. I is there perhaps like some sort of like motion or something that like if he like starts getting up or something like that, I can like set an alarm or something.
If the cameras detect movement, yeah, like if it changed, they can send you an alert. Sure.
Okay, yeah. So that's what's gonna happen.
Give me a sand check.
Okay, great.
What's your current?
So the current is the percentage you're being?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, current.
51. I'm good.
Okay.
Ish.
I mean, like
After about an hour, it kind of you're just like almost, and then it flickers for a moment, like, and you thought you saw something else.
What did I think I saw?
You don't know. Do you want to keep watching?
I don't know what any of that means. So,
It's just a song from World War One.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
so I'm going to. Yeah, I guess I'm going to keep watching.
All right, give me that sand check.
If a click thing happens, okay, I'm not going to roll on the paper anymore.
It did not trigger the alarm though.
27.
Okay. So you watch for a few more hours. It's very like you're just no, and
Kathy.
yeah. All
right, well
then when
then-
you're about to do it, and then it flickers again, and you almost catch it, but it's not there. And you rewind, it's not there. The sensors didn't go off. Your mind must be playing tricks on you, but or is it?
All right, I'm going to determine that I need to sleep, and so I'm going to set up the like clearly something like this is weird. So I'm just like
You don't want to stay up watching.
no. I'm setting the motion thing, so if something like happens.
Well, it didn't. The motion thing didn't trigger on either one of those flickers.
Well, but I don't know if that was in my head or not.
Oh, yeah.
So clearly, I need some more sleep.
Okay.
I'm not going to stay up all night. I'm going to at least get some sleep.
Okay.
Sleep is
One
so
last answer.
refreshing.
Boo! He was just playing me until I could fail a sand check.
No, there's always going to be 3. And so you do go to sleep, and then you're on a cliff, and you're watching the dawn. You're watching the sunrise. You feel the dawn, the warmth of the dawn on you.
Feel the dawn.
Yeah.
We are hurtling towards the Josephus problem.
And it's then you hear the roar of the ocean, and then you bolt awake, and you see what you were just experiencing in your dream on the screen for several seconds, until there's someone like on the horizon in the distance, like just a silhouette that just turns and starts walking towards you, and then it just the system just shorts off. Like it just you click it on, it doesn't respond.
Okay, well
Battery's
then I'm
dead. Something.
texting all the peeps.
So that's 1 sanity.
Okay.
Because you meant to go back to your hotel room to sleep. You didn't mean to fall asleep in the van.
I didn't even know I had a hotel room. Yeah,
Are you
so
kidding? We're government contractors.
fair enough. I didn't think about it.
Or employees.
So meanwhile, and then of course you wake up at the waitress's, or you sneak out before dawn.
Yeah.
I texted him so that he knows that like
I wasn't
all the
using that
equipment in the van shorted, and like now I like have to, like, it's not working, and so I clearly am going to need to mechanic things.
So meanwhile, back
In Alaska.
So it take you a few hours to piece together that Rusty Shackleford fake name.
No, it did not take us a few hours to piece together
Well-
that Rusty Shackleford was a fake name.
I wasn't done.
I know.
That the whoever that was purposely broke in there, stole everything except for that one box. That one box does have some unusual, some Polaroid photos from the 80s. It looks like, I mean, or decades ago, that shows some place in the Alaskan wilderness. Looks like near a lake or a body of water. There's a cabin there, and so
Feels like a trap.
and there were some documents in there, but they're just waterlogged or rotted, and they're covered in black mold. Only the Polaroid survived. Apparently, whoever's in there just dumped water on there. Thought that would be enough to destroy them. So
It did pretty good for everything that wasn't the photographs, so,
Right.
Hey, that worked.
so you two spent some time doing that, and then you, I assume, got some sleep, unless you
Right.
wanted to burn the midnight away.
The only thing I'm going to do is...
Oh yeah, give me. Well, you haven't lost any sand yet, have you? Or no, you always need to do if you sleep, right? Mm-hmm. All right, give me a sand check.
I'm fine.
All right, you can go to sleep.
I sleep soundly.
So, and I'm assuming that these, that this exists. I'm not assuming it's effective, but might as well try. So I'm going to use my camera to take pictures of the Polaroids and send them to Blank to see if he can do any kind of image matching.
Okay, he'll get on that. He's still trying to dig up more information.
Yeah. Just keeping you in the loop.
Okay. I assume you guys are all keeping him in the loop as well.
Yeah.
He's calmed down a little. Nothing too weird happened. So, he
You know what? I'm going to chum the water. I'm going to, along with the Polaroids, I'm going to unfold and take a picture of my cliff thing and send it to him.
How are you explaining this to him? That you drew it unconsciously?
Yes, I feel like that is the reasonable in-character thing to do.
I think that you should also send it to Dr. What's her name?
Barrington? Mm-hmm. Leslie? Mm-hmm. The one who's doing the sleep study.
Sure.
If you like. In what context are you saying?
Yeah, under what guise?
We were doing some research and came across these images and they seemed familiar.
Yeah, good point.
Okay.
I shan't be sending her the Polaroids.
Right.
Because,
Right.
Yeah. All right. So you have Polaroids of a cabin. Scott will eventually send you back. What do you guys want to do? You could try
Having slept.
Having slept, can we go back to Jimmy and ask about the footage and financials?
Yeah.
Just
Oh, yeah. Each one, give me a luck check. High or
luck?
low. Yeah, luck is a 50-50.
Luck is 50.
That's not 5. That is not high.
88.
Yeah, and
Did you say high or low?
Oh, I assumed high.
Okay.
High wins and low
Okay.
loses. Sorry, I didn't know I had to call it.
It's choose. Yeah.
Yeah, you...
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, you obviously chose high. So, you get one of them. Financials or video.
Okay. Here's the metagame. We should go for the video because financials wouldn't necessarily mean anything. It could have been that the unit was empty and the incumbent before the fake person is not that person.
Okay.
On the other hand, whoever we get from the video could also be a cat's paw, but at least it's it's more of a potentially solid
Right.
lead.
It could also be, someone dressed in black sweats and we can't see anything.
Right.
Well, someone who was concealing their face would have been unusual. Like the clerk would have
Right.
remembered that.
So yeah, let's go with video.
Yeah, video.
All right, video. You get a person, Rusty Shackleford, and white guy, 50s, mustache,
Ball cap.
yeah. But I mean, kind of weathered face. I mean, large nose
From smoking.
Yeah,
From anchoraging.
yeah, anchoraging. So you have a good photo of
Uh-huh.
image
Can
of
we
it.
send that to her To do like image recognition, Google Photos?
I mean, it would be helpful if you could narrow it down. I mean, if you're going...
Like
Face
Alaska?
Match database and Anchorage, Alaska.
Okay, yeah. You can give me computer science.
Or hell, the population's not that big. Alaska, state.
Yeah.
75 out of 80, so I'm good.
Okay, very good. You get 5 potential matches with that. So
5 potential matches, guys.
Okay, how geographically spread are they?
they're. I mean, these are all 5 in Anchorage.
Okay.
I mean,
They could have moved.
yeah, that's true. I mean, there's like 300,000 people in Anchorage.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
Do we have a picture
I looked it
of
up.
Ed, what's his name?
Yeah, it's definitely not Ed.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I mean, he owned the original thing.
I know, I'm just checking.
Okay.
Weird things happen.
So you could try and spend the day shaking out those 5 leads.
We'll send that to Blank as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll run profiles on them, see if any of them hit anything.
Just over the course of a few minutes, can we do cursory checks again? You know, not going to deep dive potential social sites, but at least hit Facebook and see if these people exist.
All right, give me bureaucracy.
Okay.
Or actually, criminology.
Roll bureaucracy to Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're trying.
Yeah, it's fine. 45 out of 70.
45 out of 7.
Special sort of bureaucracy. That
You can eliminate 2 with that.
Okay. Because they have active online presences.
They do,
Basically.
well, one is currently. One has been Facebooking about dealing with multiple sclerosis and that kind of thing. So, like, they recently.
So it's either a very effective cover or
yeah. They're too sick
Could
to
not
do
lift
that.
boxes.
yeah.
And then, the other one is, we'll say, like, he does a hunting YouTube channel, so he's very active and doesn't really seem to have time to do anything shady like that. So you can, his social media presence is very, very active, so you can actually trace his entire life. Thanks. His social media panopticon. So that
Hey,
leaves,
Seuss Valence.
yeah, exactly. So there's 3 left.
Okay.
With that check. All
That
right.
works for me.
All right, so you guys are still weeding through those.
Yeah.
You're still not wanting to talk to Ed. It seems like.
I think we're ready.
This
to
is
talk
probably
to
a good point in time,
Okay.
yeah.
Ed. Well, especially with those 3 faces, we could actually show them
Right.
to Ed.
Okay.
See if he recognizes anyone.
All right, so you two, back to you guys. So while they're doing that in
Like
the
at this
morning,
point, we can approach the kid.
Harris goes back to work.
Okay.
You don't have eyes on his house anymore because all your stuff shorted out.
yeah.
So, with a repair check on you and a stealth check on you, you could go back and do that. If you want to.
It's prudent.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, first you need to repair it.
Yeah. I do have
Actually, I mean, it doesn't matter what order you roll.
microelectronics. I guess would be the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's an 18 out of 60.
Yeah.
Well done.
All the batteries drained out.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
And that's an 18 out of 60. So
Ooh.
We got the 18s covered over here.
Yeah. So you managed to. All the batteries were totally drained.
I just hand him a thing of batteries and go change the batteries. He can do it.
These are like things that should last for
Yeah,
days.
no, it shouldn't have
it's
done
very
that.
high end. It was really weird.
My bureaucracy checks are best bureaucracy checks.
Sorry, so he went back to work. When you go back there, the gun is no longer than a nightstand. You don't see the case either, so either put it in the case and under the bed, or he took the gun with him, or any number, or did something else with the gun.
alertness to try and suss out if there's any hidden spaces or anything like that.
You're going to search his house.
Yeah.
Okay, give me alertness. Or actually, no, there is a search skill.
Is there now?
Yes.
Yeah, 20%. If you don't have special.
Oh yeah. I don't have much for that crud. Okay.
You can still search.
Okay. I got it. Damned.
Was that another 18?
It was an 18.
What the what?
Dice are not sharp edge.
Not truly random. But I'll take it. So, You find actually quite a few. He has a dream journal. There's actually several
Fun.
dream journals.
Yoink.
He
I really
uses
don't
it.
think I want to read this.
Would not recommend reading.
Well, I mean, he would definitely notice that was missing.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously using them.
Yes.
But you could totally take photos of all the pages.
If that would take time, and you would not have time to do anything else,
Okay.
because there's it's a few hundred pages worth of stuff.
Fuck me.
Are there multiple ones that he seems to be updating?
It's like a
Which is-
2-volume thing.
Okay, so like he's got like
And they're
one
drawing. I mean, a lot of them. It's not like all text. There's a lot of drawings, but it'll take you time to like open a page, take good photo, move.
Maybe just take
No.
a photo of like the last like.
Yeah, I'll take a photo of the last page.
Okay.
Yeah, I
A
want
lot of text.
I'll make you back
Looks
to-
like you wrote it this morning.
Yeah.
So it actually is dated this morning. So yeah.
Cool. Okay. So
So that takes you. So you can search the rest of the house.
yes.
All right.
Yes.
So you smell something actually coming from the attic crawl space. Smells like decay. You can tell it doesn't look like he's been in there for a while. I mean, or of course you can't tell for sure. But you go up into the attic to check it out.
Turns out it's Santa Claus.
I pull out my Rhino 357 and my Surefire, and I
So.
click it on and take a check.
All right. Give me. All right. So you go up there. Give me stealth.
Okay. Nope. Botched it. Botched it almost immediately.
Give me alertness.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
Come on. These dice really aren't random at all. Okay. So I lost both of them.
So you fail yourself up. You open up the attic and the ladder. You go up there, and you hear a noise, and then coming from behind you as you're turning around to look, and then something just hits you in the back of the neck. Something wet and furry, and you feel like a pain on the back of your neck. Fortunately, you're adapted to violence, so being attacked from behind does not necessarily freak you out.
Attack squirrels.
So you don't. So what do you do? What is your immediate reaction?
My immediate reaction is to grab it and try and drag it back down the ladder so I can actually get a look at what I'm being attacked
Okay,
by.
give me unarmed.
Okay.
Either what, 60?
Nope. I swapped that out for my first aid, so yeah.
All right.
I might have hosed myself here, but here we go. And that's a critical failure!
Okay. You fall down the
I'll go
ladder.
get Starbucks now that I'm dead, guys.
You're not dead. You fall down the ladder. You take 1 point of damage as you hit the floor pretty loudly, or pretty solid. Hit points.
There we go. Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
And something your neck feels wet, and something you hear, and just something scampers away, and you by the time you get up, your gun is also gone. You look around, so you don't know where it went. It must have slid under something. You also made a mess in this hallway, knocking some things around. Picture fell down. That's you don't know what the fuck happened. So what do you do? The smell of decay is much stronger now that you open the. It's coming from above the attic. There's also little dirt and blood stains on the carpet now.
Oh boy.
What do you do? You're seeing
Demolitions
this.
to blow the apartment.
Yeah, did I see anything?
You're adapted to helplessness, though, so you don't have to make a check.
Yeah.
So you're helplessly watching.
I'm helpless. I don't know. Did I
You just-
see anything though?
You
Like,
saw him go up the ladder
and then fall.
and then something. Give me an alertness check.
Okay. Alertness is
Probably base.
Yeah. Nope.
All right, you don't see what it was. You'd have to take time to, pause, rewind, zoom, and enhance. Yeah.
We very much are the check.
So if you do that, you're not going to. You can see what it was as much as the video camera recorded, but you won't. That'll take time to do. So if you want, so what do you want to do? Do you want to go help him, or do you want to talk to him? Because you do have a headset, so you can talk to each other.
Yeah. No. I mean. I'm probably gonna start talking to him and like asking him what the hell and what happened. And...
we're humped up.
I will say the thing that hit you from the back, it couldn't have been very large.
Yeah,
because it was just the surprise and just you've slipped on the ladder rather than its weight knocking you down. So whatever it was not very big. You would guess some sort of small animal.
Does he have attack scrolls?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll hold on to that for a moment.
Okay.
You got FBI trained attack scrolls?
I guess I'm gonna...
No, we would know if they were trained by us.
Yeah.
Would we?
Search for my gun.
We might not have high enough clearance.
You don't have to enter all the thing. Okay. It wasn't in sight. You just had to there it is.
I shut up the attic.
Okay. And you don't want to check out what that smell decay is?
Do you know where your gun is?
Not particularly. Yeah, I got the gun back.
Okay.
No,
do you want to tidy up before you go?
Yes, I do most certainly want to tidy up a little bit before I go.
All right, you tidy up. You're sweating bullets, but you manage to tie up. Hopefully he won't notice the dark stains. You can give me... If you want to... actually, no, you have time. You can search the house for cleaning supplies and do a little spring cleaning.
Yeah.
So you find some carpet cleaner, and you manage to give it a few sprays. That mostly gets the stains out. Yeah, you can give me one more alertness check.
It's got real Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And no.
Okay, you hear scurrying somewhere. Like between the walls? Nah. There's nothing.
Wrong story.
Yeah. You don't know where the noise came from.
Right.
But there was some sort of noise as you were cleaning. And then the house is silent.
Okay, so clearly I'm off my A game from all the booze and the sex last night. I'm popping smoke and bouncing out of here.
All right. You managed to get out.
Actually pop smoke.
Please do not pop smoke. In the suburban neighborhood, that would probably draw attention. Certainly the fire department.
I still think it was a perfectly logical move for me at this point to rig this place to blow.
I'm not there.
Meanwhile, in Alaska, you guys go to Ed's house.
Yes.
Ed Hellberg's house. It's a nice house in a just out. I mean, not out. I mean, it's in Anchorage. I don't know the districts in there, but it's in a nice neighborhood. And you pull up to his house. He is out there gardening. Pruning some flowers and whatnot. So,
I'm thinking we go this one straight.
Okay.
I mean, he was a civil servant. Mm-hmm. So was she.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Forgot last name. Holbrook. Special Agent Cornwell, FBI. This is my associate, Dr. Palmer. Mm-hmm. We're here investigating, related to an ongoing case. We're investigating some documents that were purported to be in your late wife's possession.
As soon as you say that, both of you can give me human checks.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the dot.
Ooh.
Over.
Okay. He just, as soon as you say that, he just you could just tell he knows something about what she was doing, and you could guess that he was been waiting for this day to happen.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try to pivot into the sympathetic angle, and this isn't. Essentially talk obliquely around it, but try to establish the rapport of, without saying it, we all know what's going on here. 57 out of 70.
Okay. He catches on. He tries to. I understood her burden. She wouldn't talk of it, but she talks sometimes in her sleep. I saved everything I could. It's in a storage facility. The keys are in I can go and get them.
Well,
and you can tell he's being honest. He has no idea. He hasn't visited it in years.
Well,
Yeah.
Given your sincerity,
Yeah.
I feel like I should say we've actually already been there.
Yeah. Of course, you're very. Wait, then why are you here?
Well,
To follow up? I don't know much else. Did you talk to Leon?
I'm sorry?
There's actually one. That's one of the 3 names. Is Leon Perrin. Yeah. Did you talk to Leon?
No, I'm afraid I don't recognize that name.
Is this Leon? I show him a picture.
Yeah.
How do you know him?
He's a state trooper. Well, he was a state trooper, not for this state. He was a state trooper in New Mexico.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
We have to
And
go to New Mexico.
no, he moved here.
Oh, okay.
He moved here.
What does he do here now?
He's retired. Well, I haven't talked to him in years. He used to come by a lot, especially after she passed. He was really, helped me out those.
So what's Leon's connection to the storage facility?
Why? I didn't tell him about that. Why would he be there?
Well, you brought up Leon right after we told you about.
Well, yeah, because she worked with him.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, she talked sometimes about some of the people she worked with, and sometimes they had to come by because it was off the books. There's that one. I mean, Leon, we had to move over. And sometimes they got together just to drink. I always left.
War stories.
Yeah. Leon was just, he was a state trooper in New Mexico. He saw something he shouldn't have. I mean, I don't know. And he helped her.
You're better off for not knowing.
And I hadn't seen him in years, but he showed up shortly after she passed, and he said he saw the obituary and he was really sorry. He wanted to see if he could do anything. And he spent some time. He moved up here because he wanted to get away from New Mexico. He said he wanted to get away from the desert.
I can understand that impulse.
And but yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. So I don't know why would he be in the storage? I moved all that myself. I didn't want anybody else to be near that stuff.
Mm-hmm. No, it was merely. I mean, well, we certainly,
Yeah.
you were a civil servant, but not on the investigation side. No,
Yeah.
we just noted that he came to mind. Obviously, he must be of some importance.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, at a distance, we apologize for your loss or sympathize with your loss, and just want you to know that we'll be putting this to bed.
Oh,
and,
okay.
You won't have to concern yourself with it any further.
Yeah. I did what I could.
Yes.
And we all do our part.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah.
right.
You have your suspect. Looks like Leon wanted all that. What was in that green box?
All right.
Does he have an address or
Bureaucracy rolls.
I'm past that to Scott.
Yeah.
38 out of 40.
97, so no.
Okay. You do get a real estate listing in Alaska. He owns a cabin on Hawkins Island, which is in the William Prince Sound.
The little Google food?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what's on the Polaroid?
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Google Satellite.
And it is west of Cordova, so it is he's on an island, it looks like, or he owns a large cabin on an island south of Anchorage, so in the Sound. So you also find out other people. There's some other people who've been, there are other bank accounts wiring money into his bank account on a regular basis.
Let's get a trace started on those.
Okay. So yeah, that'll take you some time to get a picture of it. Meanwhile, you guys, what about the steak? So you get out of the house without incident. It's mid-afternoon at this point. 2 o'clock, we'll say. He's got a couple more hours at work. You have surveillance footage of the...
Yeah, so I guess we're going to back that up and try and see what that actual scurrying...
Okay, give me computer science. See how well you can zoom and enhance. CSI it.
50 out of 60.
It looks like a very large rat.
Of course it does.
Super. So it's a big rat
Super.
that can jump, apparently, because
Jumping rat.
attack.
Fun.
Lovely.
You can give me a first aid check
Yeah,
to
I
treat
was
your...
about to say that's. I'm gonna.
I was gonna say, I
might
also
wanna
want
disinfect
to send that to Blank because that seems strange that a rat would be attacking.
Okay, you
So
heal that
that's
point of damage.
suspicious enough for me to like forward on to.
Okay.
We're just like burying him in crap.
This is not looking good for Mr. Whitaker. So yeah, Blank is getting a little concerned. But he says, wait, so you didn't go up to find out what was in the attic?
No.
It is 2:00 right now. You need to go back in there and see what's in that attic.
We are not operating on a full team, sir.
You should go. Well, you can take her as backup.
Again, not a
Take her
full
as backup,
team.
Right. So.
well,
Just letting you know,
Yeah.
sir, that I'm changing the ROEs and I'm authorizing myself to engage with deadly force if I need be.
of course.
Goodbye.
Of course.
So, okay, so this time I'm bringing the MP5 and the night vision goggles and and about 10 pounds of C4 because I'm not fucking around.
Just a rat.
It's not just a rat. You weren't there. You don't know.
Paging Bob Ludlam to the
You wanna
scenario.
get back
Robert
to,
Ludlam to the scenario, please.
You want to get back from Alaska here, like
Yeah,
on vacation?
You're a dream vacation.
I tried to invite you to.
You can give me a SIG roll.
You
Okay.
know what? The guy who turned into the cult
42 out of
mastermind is
60.
obviously
Okay.
getting up to some wacky shit in a cabin on a lake in Alaska. Like,
True, maybe you should join.
this is a fucking bad spy movie, or not bad spy movie, but like, I mean,
scary
wasn't
spy
this the opening sequence of the Bad Bourne movie?
I have not seen the bad one.
Aren't they all bad?
The first one was good.
Sorry,
can't.
I like the books.
All right. That's fair.
Fair.
You realize you can get a one of those long kind of snake cameras with low light vision, so he wouldn't have to go into the attic per se.
All right, here we go.
Sounds great.
But you will have to drive
hook you
out
up
to
with
pick
that.
it up. So that'll considerably cut down your amount of time before he gets home from work. So if you do
Could
that,
we call in a like a bank scare or a
A threat to the bank?
like a lockdown, like
Yeah,
make
no,
them lock-
a threat to the
Okay,
bank,
yeah,
like a
call
bomb
in
threat.
a bomb threat, like through our bureaucratic channels, not ourselves.
believe it or not, there's not a form for that. There's not like
Sure.
you can do that. You have to figure out how to do that yourself. I say with your SIGINT roll, also you do have a burner phone available to you, so you can make the call yourself if you want to try and risk that. But that's going to be you acting on your own discretion.
I can't call Blank and let him know.
That's
Hey,
not that. That's
we're
not,
calling this in, and you need to slow things down as much as possible.
okay. That you can try.
I speak Arabic, Pashto, and Urdu. We could make this really awful.
There you go.
We could really play on some bad things going on in our country right now.
That line into domestic terrorism is so faint.
False flag a domestic terrorist threat. All right, yeah, an international terrorist threat. Yeah. You call up Blank. So you're going to run this by him first?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what. If you
He's
want
like-
us to investigate this, we're going to investigate this, but we're going to do it our way, and that way involves calling in an international terrorist threat. Slow shit down.
You would
Are
still
you
have-
here? No. Slow shit down.
Give me persuade.
I don't have persuade.
Yeah, everyone has persuade.
She is
I have 40% persuade.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take the phone from her.
Tell me you get some sort of minor bonus for the line earlier. 'Cause
Come on. Nope.
47.
Just missed it.
I'll
You're
try.
on your own. I will not sanction this. I'm not. You can act on your own discretion. So
Then I will.
all right.
well, I'm gonna.
I'm not intervening on your behalf.
Okay,
so you're on your own.
so I'm going to roll my language to...
You can give me another SIGINT roll.
Okay.
If you want to be able to conceal his identity and your location.
Yep, I'm past that. 50 out of 60.
Okay. So you have the means to mask your voice.
Well, I'm rolling to see if I can come up with a convincing Arabic phrasing for...
I would allow
Death to
military
America.
science.
Okay, that's even better.
Yeah.
All right.
The dollar must die.
And yes.
Yeah, military.
That's a win.
You've heard these threats before.
Yep.
You know the template for them. You know, like
Story checks out.
yeah. So you've actually all right. So you can come up with
You know what's even funnier?
you don't need to
Listening
make a
them
language.
talking about us coming after them.
You said you did have language.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of languages.
right.
I got 3 different languages.
Yeah, give me a language check.
His language skills.
Really could have used that 10 earlier. Yeah, that's nope on the successful for
Okay.
Arabic, so I'll try Pashto.
No.
That's not how it works.
I just flubbed it.
You're definitely not a native speaker of Arabic.
Yeah.
So it is kind of very basic. So they'll be able to tell you're American from it, but your voice itself is disguised, so they won't be able to trace that. Well, they actually can, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
Well, they will, and then they'll like figure out it's you, and they're like, God damn it. We're not going to do this. They will probably sanction you later on. So you could deal with that later.
You won't be alive for that.
So
You're going to get nuzzled.
Fire brat.
You don't say.
you probably want to make the call from somewhere, not anywhere where you are. So
Well, we had to drive and get the thing anyway, right?
If Serial taught us
Yeah, yeah.
anything, it's that cell tower triangulation is shit.
well, you also don't want to be caught like on any surveillance camera, and you. So give me a
Apart
alertness.
from our own.
Yeah, give me an alertness or a stealth check to
Okay.
figure out the best place to do this.
They're the exact same percentage-wise, and that's a nope.
Okay. Well, of course you're wearing a hoodie and hunched over. So you call in the threat, and it's pretty credible. So you buy yourself a little bit of time. And you're just swapping out dice. Good. Yeah.
Damn straight. That's enough of that shit.
Fair enough. So you get it. So you bought yourself a little more time. So with the snake hammer, you just have to you have to open up the attic door, and then you just and then you can look through.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to climb up the ladder. Give me a stealth check to get in the house, because you're also now spec ninja kitted out.
The line.
Yeah. You don't exactly blend in the environment.
Yeah. What is that?
Is that a 7?
I think that's the one that was up. Yep. So yet again, another fail.
Okay.
So
There is a woman who is getting her mail and looks over and sees someone clad in black. And she looks rather alert and alarmed. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna flash.
Yeah.
Identification.
Okay.
Without getting close enough for her to actually tell it's not, and inform her that I am.
All right.
I'm with
Federal agents.
law enforcement. Yeah.
All right. Persuade.
Got him.
Yeah. 27. Yeah. There you go.
Regression to the mean strikes again.
Hey, thanks, Phil. So you manage to convince her, so she goes back into her house, and so you manage to get inside the house, and you open up the attic door. You can give me an alertness check.
Isn't she with me?
Are you?
No, I'm running all this shit back in the van.
Yeah. She's watching she's watching you on the camera.
Yeah, as usual.
She's with you.
No,
Across the street.
And fail yet again. Okay. So
Something moves into the darkness, out of sight as you swivel the camera around. It's you see it. You don't see where it goes, but you do see in the center just a pile of just meat and bone and fur and scale, and it looks like a just a grouping of corpses of various animals. You can't even tell where one ends and the other begins. And
So he's feeding the damn thing.
well, you have no idea. It doesn't look like anyone's been up here. Well, actually, you do see one other thing, that there is a hole gnawed into the top of the roof, like sort of like at the base of the roof. So something fairly large could just squeeze in there and out. So, yeah. And wait, no, that didn't move. Did it? Give me a sand check.
Okay.
This is unnatural. This is not violence.
No, I know.
Yeah. You never get adapted to a natural.
Yeah.
The threat.
And that's a nope.
All right, you lose one's hand. You're sure something moved in that pile, or the muscle. You saw the muscle sinews, the rotting muscle, just contract as though it was trying to. Some dead animal's trying to pull itself up.
Yeah. Pull the snake out, slam the attic door shut, and go on my merry way.
Okay.
And have we just totally given up the little C4 plan? Like
Today's secret word is abattoir.
Yeah, so you saw it from the ground, but you have footage of it, so anyone can look at the footage and make occult or unnatural checks.
Yeah, my unnatural is 0.
shiny,
I do have a
damn
cult,
it.
though, I think.
Yeah,
My occult is at 80.
I have a
yeah,
40.
you can give me occult checks.
Then why are you drawing pictures of cliffs? Oh, because you crit fail.
No, isn't that a crit success?
No, that's a 100.
Oh yeah, hundreds of crit failures.
That's a 000.
That's probably
It's
just
a 10.
it's
No.
actually probably just a coincidence. It's just some animal.
This is 0. This is not 10.
double zeros. Yeah, double
There
zeros.
is a 10 on here.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Well, then I don't understand why that's... Okay, whatever.
Because it's 00 or it's 100. Either way, it's a crit fail.
Got it. Okay.
Anyways, so yeah,
Sad.
it's probably just like some rats are just bringing in. Yeah, rats they're predators. They bring in animals and eat them, and that's probably it's just yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Should I try as well, then?
You can try, yeah.
Probably. Since I'm not
36, which is just under 40.
Okay. You actually remember stories of curses performed by shamans in ancient cultures that would hide dead, rotting animals near their enemies in order to curse them, to affect their dreams, so to weaken them, that kind of thing. So it's a way of harming an enemy through sorcery.
Hey guys, we got some weird sorcery bullshit happening here.
So
Freaking witches, man.
a rat witch.
something like that. Anyway, so back in so yeah, you guys know where Leon. Oh, and you dig some more financial information. You realize other people have been several other people who just seem to be random citizens have been helping pay for the upkeep of this cabin and paying for supplies from Cordova, which is the nearest village near the island.
Is he running a Go Cult Me?
Well, you'll have to find out.
Over the gap, can we have been like pulling his highway patrol service record?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he served with distinction until he had a mental breakdown
All right.
and left the service. And then he worked for a private security company for a few years and then retired from that. And
Also located in the Southwest?
it's actually called Gensec, and you realize it's a holding company of Delta Green.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then he retired, and based on his pension as a state trooper and from the security company, and he's been in Alaska ever since.
Right.
But he's been going through. He's actually spending more money than he's getting from his pension. So without these other people helping him, he would have been
Net
broke.
negative cash flow.
Is
Yeah.
he spending an inordinate amount of cash?
Give me actually give me criminology checks. If you have that,
have it at
or
70.
accounting would be the another really useful skill.
I have criminology at 70, so
Okay, go ahead.
32.
Oh, he's laundering money. He's probably buying. Well, what is he buying? He is hiding his purchases, but
What's he building in there?
What's he building in there? Indeed.
Is there any good trying to get a hold of the reports from, say, the last half dozen cases before his mental break?
State trooper cases?
Yeah.
That'll take time.
What about deliveries? Like,
It looks like he was actually like assigned to like he wasn't an investigator. He was like a state trooper, like drive the highways and ticket
Okay.
people. So he was just wrong. Well, wrong time, wrong
Yeah.
place.
can we
sorry.
look at like online orders and deliveries that he's received?
A lot of food, more than fuel and things like that, more than just for one person. A lot of actually diesel fuel too, and nautical supplies like for a ship.
Okay.
He is on an island.
But if he was making more frequent runs or was planning something stupid.
Yeah.
Or running a generator to, power a hypergeometric gate. So,
All kinds of things.
Is there anything else on the island besides his cabin?
Not according to Google Maps or satellite. I mean, you could make a bureaucracy check to. Actually, a computer expert could make a bureaucracy check to try and requisition a satellite to do a thermal pass or something like that.
With my bureaucracy of 10%.
How
Well, you could analyze it.
how far
Oh,
off
okay.
the coast is the island? Like
It's Hawkins Island is a real place. You can Google Map itself. It's not that far. It's like a 45-minute skiff, boat ride from Cordova Island,
okay.
which you have to take a plane or a boat from Anchorage.
So I would like to hire a plane to do some flyovers.
Okay.
Like we're having tourist. What? That's a thing.
Yeah.
that will.
Tip him off that he's
Yeah.
having flyovers.
No,
No, that's a normal
Like,
tourist thing that you do in Alaska. You like take
On that particular.
it's actually near an island. It's actually near a village. It's a village
Okay,
of 2,000 people.
We're reasonably certain that they get regular flyovers from tourists anyway.
Give me a criminology check.
Okay.
Or actually, no, that would be navigation.
Yeah, I got that at 50.
Wow.
But it doesn't matter.
No, you're sure. You're fine.
I'm sure. Let's go.
Actually, you know what? I should roll because you're not going to know. You're going to believe you're right anyway. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Totally fine.
Okay. Yeah, apparently it's fine.
Give me bureaucracy to get the funds. Because this is a requisition.
You have it at 40?
What do you have it at?
40.
Go ahead and roll then.
87. You need to be rolling
Well,
like
that's
that.
a bummer.
You could spend your own money, or you.
Bill doesn't want to do it, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's not gonna roll.
I'm not spending my own money.
Right.
So you at this point, Scott calls you all on a conference call. Due to circumstances, McNerdy and Kurtz need to leave Massachusetts immediately
Come to Alaska.
and go to Alaska.
Toad's not trusted. He's not happy with
Can't be left alone.
I will, before you leave on your way to the airport, you'll stop by this location and give over all your surveillance equipment to another two agents, and they will take over monitoring Mr. Whitaker for any progress.
Okay, so he's got some sorcery bullshittery up in his attic, so we probably want to take care of that.
There's a rat witch up there.
It's not your job.
I know. I'm briefing
You need
the
to get
people.
out of the state.
We're leaving. I'm telling you what they need to do.
Call you on the way to the airport.
Your current task is to retrieve Virginia Holbrook's case files from Leon Perrin. That's who is on this Hawkins Island. I will give you a budget for you to get a boat. I will transfer your equipment, Mr. McNerdy. If you need, you can use the budget to get additional equipment if you need. There will be just route them through me, and I can make them available at a and I'll just let me know what you need. But we need this done.
dice.
Yeah. And you have discretion in dealing with Mr. Perrin.
Oh, sure. Now we
any-
get discussion.
And anyone else that if there are problems, I trust your judgment in this case. But
Suddenly.
well, it's an
Not in
island,
Massachusetts.
45 minutes away from the nearest civilization, so like no one's going to hear the gunshots.
Okay.
We've clearly designated
position some
ourselves
shovels?
as the
Scuba gear.
Yeah.
as the remote squad.
You can,
Big
your
help,
budget will let
18.
you. You can definitely get scuba and a dry suit because Alaska. So you can you can definitely you have the boat automatically. Does anybody have? I forgot his pilot. A thing.
It's a thing.
Does anybody? Do you have it?
I don't have pilot. I have parachuting, so if someone can fly, I could certainly halo into the area.
I'll let you fly. I'll let you switch parachuting for piloting if you want, or if you want to stick with that, you can. If you want to have a flyover, you'd have to. You do have the budget to get a flyover, but then you'd have to convince the NPC pilot that you parachute out is
Into a lake in Alaska.
Yeah, is a-okay. And then the other three, you probably want everyone there. I'm just saying.
So if we get a boat,
Yeah.
can we just take the boat?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If he has pilot, you don't need to hire an NPC pilot to take you out there. If you go without anyone having pilot skill, you can still get the boat basically there. But if there's any complications,
But doesn't he have like land and sea?
yes.
So
Military science.
which would let you plan an
wouldn't let him-
amphibious assault on an island?
but that wouldn't let him.
Well, if anything,
boat?
basically you're.
I can.
The piloting skills deal with problems with the boat. So if anything happens to the boat,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
or going through
well, yeah.
dangerous like shoals or something like that.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll swap for the piloting. So,
Basically,
what? How much? What percentage do I get?
What's your parachuting at?
It just it's off of Dex, so that's 60%.
Okay.
Shway.
I'll give you piloting 60% pilot boat. So
Slash.
yeah, hiring an NPC pilot would basically mean we would inevitably have to kill him to keep this from
Oh,
spreading,
let's not
and then
kill
the
him.
complication would come on our way back.
something like that. So yeah, Hawkins Island is a real place. Cabins in the middle of the island. There's actually a little. If you look at the island, actually you can just Google it. There's the island's kind of almost split in half. So
By a
by the water. So
okay.
like. Hawkins Island.
guess I could do this too.
Yeah.
Hey, were you wanting a copy?
Yeah.
Do you wanna take a break?
Yeah. Can we take
Okay.
a break and?
So yeah, we'll take a break as we dig up the details of Hawkins Island. They plan their assault, maybe it's just gonna be misunderstanding. Parents gonna be really understanding. You just like hand you over those case files.
Yeah.
What he did isn't totally shady
my
at all.
theory.
I've been attacked by a supernatural rat. I am not in an understanding mood.
All right, we'll be right
First
back.
talk later.
Oh,
It's all right. Hey, and we're back. As every night at the opera, every Delta Green operation needs is late night Starbucks.
It's really true.
The lifeblood of any fight against the Cthulhu mythos. So, you all arrive. The other two agents arrive in Anchorage. Met up so the team is reunited.
Reunited,
Rats.
and
It's a long
it feels so good.
And so you get a boat.
honey. Are you paying attention?
No.
Sorry, they moved Melissa's chair,
Oh.
and then Melissa tried to move it back, and it wasn't
Wow.
successful.
It's just okay.
It's just not successful. It just trust us in that there's
There.
rug issues and there's rolling issues.
It's fixed now.
It's fine. So yeah, it's the drama's good. So you can get a boat from Anchorage to Cordova or to Hawkins Island. Obviously, you as an investigator realize these people must spend. Leon must spend time in Cordova, or at least has made contact with the general store there to buy supplies. So if you want to get more information about him, you could do that. Or you could, of course, he might be alerted to someone asking around about him. So you could just go to Hawkins Island directly. So yeah, you guys, this is when you talk about your plan. You know where his house is. During the break, Jason figured out a plan, spotting a small creek that you could take kayaks up to get behind his house, because his house is on the shore of an inlet inside the island, and then just hike up there and get the drop on him.
I mean, it's going to keep us out of the obvious. Water carries sound and light a lot pretty nastily,
Yeah.
so rocking the boat up into the sound, I mean, that's a lot of water we have to cover to actually get to our target point, which is right here.
Yeah.
Versus we can come up here where the mountains are going to help deaden sound. Kayak up this, and then we can follow the draw in between the two mountains, and it should be a fairly easy hike to get to the target.
Right.
And then our exfil, we can go either back out the way we came, or the creek keeps going and then diverges, and we can run them on a merry chase through the.
Yeah, you could kayak back to Cordova as far like if you wanted to.
Seems legit.
It would take more time, but yeah, I mean, it just depends on how things go. So you want to go total stealth infiltration, or do you want to try and investigate but get more background info on him, and risk possibly being alerted or alerting him?
Okay. Keeping in mind that this is a one shot, I think we need to think about plausibility in terms of we really have your encounters notwithstanding, not a lot to really justify a lot of cut the crops, salt the earth.
Fair enough.
I mean, you two can give me human checks to try and figure out his motives.
Okay,
Because based on the information that you have,
sure.
Based on our conversations with Ed.
well, just his actions.
49 out of 80. So yes.
30 out of 30?
I mean, Leon obviously highly motivated to get these case files. He waited until Virginia died, and then approached her husband in order to get information out of him, and then obviously stalked him in order to realize where he was storing the case files, and then went to extraordinary measures to rent an adjacent storage facility
Under an assumed name.
Yeah, under assumed name, and then disassemble the wall brick by brick without anyone knowing. That must have taken him days of work, and then slowly and carefully removing box by box without drawing anyone's attention. This is the person extraordinarily motivated and diligent and focused. This is something he is not going to give up. This is something he prizes tremendously, whatever it is. So he is not going to give this up without a fight, you would guess, or without a really good reason. So this is his life's focus.
Right. So the only thing I'm thinking is, unless he's co-opted whoever works at said general store, he probably doesn't drop in often enough. But what we can probably ask questions and still, before it, blows such cover as we have, or hardens the target, or what have you. Anybody disagree?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so you take the boat, pilot the boat to Cordova. Small town, 2,000 people. Very hardy wilderness kind of town. A lot of hunters and fishers and hermits and that kind of people who live there. Alaskans, in other words. Hi, Alaskan RPPR fans. I know there's at least one. So, hi, Sam.
What's up?
So you go there and find the general store, the only place that would do this, and there is a clerk there, a middle-aged woman. Her name is Flo. She is quite pleasant, eager to see newcomers. Oh, hey, we don't see new faces here all the time.
Yep.
What can I do you for?
Actually, let's see. Somebody freak out if this is a horrible cover. Coming up in this direction to, well, I suppose more of an acquaintance really than a friend. Just we ran in similar circles in an earlier life, and just been corresponding a little bit, hoping to catch up with him. A man named Leon.
You can give me human rolls.
All right. 32 out of 80.
Her eyes narrow. She, you get the sense she does not care for for Leon.
I mean, if I was to be downright honest, he was always kind of a son of a bitch, but like I said, similar circles.
So, well, yeah, I suppose so. What are you trying? Are you? I mean, did you want to radio him?
Really, just I suppose
Sometimes he radios us, when he needs a special order for something, a generator part or boat part or something like that.
Oh, yeah? Folks commonly use generators up here, I'd suppose. Yeah, no. Like
We ain't got no fancy power plant infrastructure around here.
I hear you.
So yeah,
libertarianism.
yeah, basically. Yeah, bootstraps.
Yeah. Well, I'll take a gamble here then. If it seems like she doesn't like him, I'll actually go ahead and go legit.
Okay.
Then and
Give me persuade.
yeah. All right, ma'am. If I'm being absolutely honest, he's a person of interest in an ongoing investigation.
Okay.
66 out of 70.
Oh wow! Well, thank God you're here. I don't
like Tom Church tonight.
Yeah, you clearly stole Jason's luck. Yeah.
Sorry, Jason. Didn't do it on purpose.
It's fine. Like I said,
So
give me one thing to shoot, and then pretty much I've fulfilled my role for the game.
I think we'll find at least one thing.
yeah. This is the tactical administration in the island would be useful. So she says, yeah, him and his friends, they used to come around more often, but people don't like them. They there's just something off about them, and they just, I don't like them. They're clearly snooping on this, because they one time, there was we had a younger woman here, Heather. She was the clerk here, but when he came in here, she thought she was rude or uppity to him or something, and so he told her all about how her boyfriend was cheating on her, and and blah blah blah, and she was just insulted, but she went home and then found out that he really was cheating on her. So he's clearly, I don't know how he could. I mean, from that island, he must sneak back in at night or something. But he never proved anything. And sometimes I'd laid up at night watching that island, seeing. Sometimes I see lights. I don't know. It's always pre-dawn. I'm kind of old. I can't really stay up that late. I'm always tired. But I just something's wrong about that. About them. And I saw a boat come up from meet them in the island. It was foggy, but it was like a yacht or something. Came off, and they took a little dinghy out, and they were bringing boxes into the island or something like that.
Very interesting. You said friends. Do you happen to have any idea of what kind of number we might be talking about here?
4 or 5, something like that.
All right. Any other questions I'm missing?
Nope.
They smell weird too.
Well,
could you describe the smell, ma'am?
Well, I don't want to say that, but maybe. Yeah, you watch that show Breaking Bad. I bet they're doing that.
Oh, I understand. Yeah. This is prime meth country.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sad but true.
Well, yeah, probably. All those loggers would need, Anyways, so yeah, that's what she tells you.
Okay.
Of course, you realize if you shoot them all, she'll wonder what happened to them. But
Maybe not.
maybe not. Maybe it's none of her business.
Yeah. Obviously, she doesn't like snooping.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe she won't do any.
That's a problem for future you, not.
Not one-shot us.
All right, so you got information. There's 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. Still no clue what they're doing.
Building a machine to tell the future of seeing the people's lives.
Maybe.
Telepathic dreams.
I really think they're doing it in a more physical way, to be honest. But that's significantly metagaming in like a beyond.
So you can give me a military science roll
kind of way.
to get out all the details of your plan.
That's 26, so that will make.
All right. So yeah, you figure out the details of the plan, the best time to do it, and also the exact path to take, because you can get really detailed satellite maps, and basically figure out, you get on top of this ridge, you have a sight line over the entire cabin, and what to look for, so everyone will get a +10 bonus on alertness checks as you're going through and stealth checks as you go through the forest. So, but not athletic checks, because,
that does not make it easier to hike.
yes, or to kayak. That's actually the main thing, kayaking. All that distance with gear and all that stuff. So, does anybody want anything unusual? You do have a suit of scuba gear and a dry suit if you want to use that.
Yeah, definitely bring that, because you never know.
Shit, I'm doing this entirely wrong. It would be a shame to have heavy weapons at 50% and not try to use it. So,
what heavy weapon do you want?
What heavy weapon do I want?
Flamethrower.
I'll say this:
don't use those anymore, so that would not be easy to come by.
Right.
I would
they're
say
all museums.
You could get a grenade launcher. No, like one of the M32s with like smoke grenades.
32 or a Moz.
Right,
just in case we actually have something legitimately big to deal with. You can't ever.
Or just 5 or 6 people.
I mean, they do make HEDP rounds for that thing, so that's what that's for.
Because the thing that I'm falling back on here is, we do have the whole Massachusetts to deal with at some point. That's in somebody else's hands, but that is going to go continually more pear-shaped, so maybe not destroying the files along the way would be helpful.
Oh yeah, that's your job, more than anything else. Get the fucking files.
Right. So this isn't the one of those cases where we can just firebomb the place.
Are they going in at night?
I'll leave that up. Yeah,
we are.
So we should have night vision goggles.
We do have night vision goggles.
Okay,
you do. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you can have that.
The best night vision goggles. In fact, they are both night vision and thermal.
Yeah. Neat.
All right.
So I will take the moss with the AGDP.
Okay. Okay. So, we're gonna look at.
Yes, let us consult the gun fondling.
Well, do you want to look it up? I want to keep focus on the game.
Yeah.
There should be lethality rules and all that other stuff for it.
Okay.
So,
I genuinely don't want to know how a bunch of cultists got a hold of a Carl Gustav.
well, we don't know if they have that or not. This is what you're getting, and this is through Mr. Blank, Scott Blank.
I know. I'm just metaing here, like Phil's character, got experience using this type of stuff.
The militia.
I know you didn't get it. I know you didn't get it in your accounting classes.
That's a good point.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a psychology.
Yeah.
Well, he is the FBI special agent, but the militia, I guess, they had some time out in big sky country to go target shooting. Kill big snakes. So, all right, so it's night. You have your gear.
Do you two want guns? Do you have guns?
I am unarmed.
He gave me a gun.
I'm real good at being unarmed.
Yeah, you can take long
Someone can be
arms.
trusted with.
No, it's just all I have.
Am I to be trusted if I have a gun?
I mean, you can carry a gun.
What's your firearms rating?
Probably just base.
Yep, it's base at 20.
Okay. Well, that's up
Me
to you
too.
then if you think you're trustworthy with it.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
take a
it
hunting
should
rifle.
be hard to get you a hunting rifle.
But
It'd be hard to get you an
I'm not
AR-15
sure
or a
that-
hunting rifle.
I'm much deadlier with my fists.
Hunting rifles are easier to get. Well, no, they're both. I mean, the
Yeah,
civilian
this
AR.
is
Yeah.
This is America. Like,
We're in Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like a civilian one, not a like.
Well, no, that's why I said AR-15, not M16 or M4. Like, yeah.
So yeah, you get the you get a hunting rifle. Do you want one? Mm-hmm. All right, you get a hunting rifle.
A really good scope.
Oh yeah, okay,
A night vision scope.
okay, all right. And let's hear what else. Did you anything? Yeah,
All right, I got my GPS.
yeah. You all have headsets
My
too.
med bag.
Yeah.
No.
See the reason why
I could have boosted my first aid rolls earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Totally missed that. Oh well.
That's fine. I
I
mean, this is your first time playing Delta Green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do? Well, it wouldn't have helped me with the rat biting me on the back of the neck, but
Yeah.
my Kevlar vest with my armor points. How does that work once we actually?
Basically, if you, it's 3 points of armor. Mm-hmm. So if you get shot for like 8 points of damage, you would only do 5.
Okay, cool.
Unless it's a called shot, like or a critical success.
Okay.
Against you. So if someone rolls an 11, you're screwed. But
Right.
you're probably screwed anyway because guns do a lot of damage compared to your hit points.
And the lethality percentage. What is? What is
All right,
that?
so weapons with a lethality rating, you roll whenever you hit somebody with them. You roll the percentage dice. If it's equal to that number or lower, they're just dead.
Okay, so it just drops
but if it's above that, then you just add the two numbers together, and that's how much damage they do. So if you roll a 90, that's 9 plus 10, so that would be 19 points of damage. So they're like lethal weapons are really dangerous.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Yeah, and you can only dodge them if you have cover available to you. So
Good to know the MP5 is respectable in this game.
yeah, no.
So, all right. All the shotguns in here are just standard firearms. Everything on heavy is machine gun hire. So I'm going to watch your eyebrows to see which one of these is reasonable. An M240, PKM, an M60.
Well, if we're talking like back channel stuff, the M60 is the more likely one. But if we're talking, we actually got our government support, the 240 would be the better call.
All right.
Okay, so you
240 then.
all right, yeah. You can get a light machine gun. So
Yep.
suppressing.
Technically a medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely the heavy weapon
It's
skill.
general purpose.
Yeah.
Light machine gun is a misnomer. There is no such thing in real life. That is a video game term.
So, everyone, give me an athletics check to kayak up the creek.
And away we go.
I guess that.
I am not successful. I thought I actually had
very
something
successful.
about athletics, but I'm in his kayak.
That actually makes sense. Like, Doc.
Oh, I still made it with a 7.
All right.
Nice.
So you failed?
I failed.
Not a critical failure, though.
Not a critical failure.
All right.
Despite my asthma.
Yeah. The Alaskan air is good
mean-
for you.
Irony.
I know,
So-
right?
Well, you're also packing light. You're not carrying, machine guns.
Yeah, because I'm generally unarmed.
Yeah. You lose 3 points of willpower as you're getting tired. Okay. Yeah.
Same.
Okay. You only lose 1 willpower.
Yeah.
But you kayak. But I mean, it would take a critical failure to
Right.
be like,
Flip the damn thing.
yeah.
You're like, I'm all your gear.
Well, you're not being chased. You're not trying to go extraordinarily fast.
No.
You're being careful, and you have night vision, so you can see what you're doing.
Even all that shit for after.
Yeah, that'll be the return trip. That'll be fun. Well, depending. So you get to the point. Let's see here, and who has the highest navigation?
Who has
She
any
has.
navigation?
I have 50.
I have 50.
All right, who wants to? One of you can choose to.
Here you go. Okay.
You sure about
Fine,
that?
I'll go. Have you been paying attention to his rolls lately?
Seems legit.
Well, but if we've been paying attention to mine, a 96 is also a failure.
Okay, it's a regular failure.
A regular old failure.
So it's not that far, so you don't get that lost. You deviate from the course, so you're not in the place where you're basically you're trying to get above the cabin, but now you're to the side of it. Basically, you get to the shore about a few hundred yards away from the cabin, so you see it down the way.
Wait, can I rewind since I've got my handheld GPS? Can I get a bonus to navigation for a roll?
Okay, you can give it to her. You can re-roll with a plus 10 bonus.
Okay. Okay. That's worse.
What? Oh, it's a
56.
oh.
Okay, so it's technically a critical failure because I rolled a 66, but minus 10 makes it a 50.
It's a 56.
No, it's plus 10% to your skill.
You're right.
Oh,
Is
then
that
I'm still screwed.
Okay.
And it's a critical failure this time.
Okay, you're looking at the GPS.
Boop.
When you trip on a rock and you break it, you take a point of damage. So
Sorry about your thing.
it turns out you get a little bit of tunnel vision when you're looking at it through night vision, and at a screen. So yeah, you still get lost a little bit. So like again, it wasn't that far of a distance, so you're just alongside it. If you want to get back to the optimal position, you'll either have to double back, which will cost everyone 2 willpower as you're just backtracking, or you can go get really just walk closer to the cabin, which will require a stealth check. Because at this point, everyone can see that the lights are on in the cabin, and you can hear a generator thumping away, and there are smells. There's some kind of something. It's very faint from where you are, so you can't. But there's some sort of weird scent in the air.
So when we look through binoculars, do we see anything else?
There's people in the windows, like they have curtains.
See them through the windows?
Curtains are drawn, but they have lights on inside.
So we can see silhouettes.
Yes.
Okay.
They're moving around.
So I think either we
But you're like
spend the
500
willpower
yards away.
or we just stay in the not quite as optimal position. What do you guys say?
So you got to the shore alongside it. You're about 500 yards away.
Okay, so is there anything between us and the house that would give a good
Yeah, there's forest all
hiding
around
spot?
it.
Okay, so we can get closer.
Like
but
they
still
only
in
cleared the
woods.
forest about 50 feet around the cabin.
Well, so we
20.
can shimmy closer in the trees.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that seems reasonable.
Well, it's 2 willpower to take the safe route, or a stealth check to go.
That's what I'm saying. That stealth check seems. I'd much rather lose the 2 willpower.
Yeah,
at this point.
Now, I will say, if they're alert and on guard, if you just fail the check, then they make it. But if they're not alert, you would have to fail a stealth check, and then they would have to make an alertness check, which I would do in secret. So,
But all 4 of them would make
it would be 1 for the group,
one for the group. Okay, all right.
I still
and there's 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
Would
Does anybody
rather-
have a willpower problem?
Nope.
I just say we eat it.
Okay,
Okay.
takes you more time. You backtrack safely, and you get back up to. So now you're on top. There's a ridge behind the cabin. So you got the stats.
Yes.
All right.
How close is the ridge to the house?
It's pretty close. I'd say like 30 yards.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll stay on top of the ridge with my hunting rifle.
Yeah. And you can climb off without making a check to get onto the slope and approach the cabin. So, how do you want to approach it? Cabin has a back door, front door. There are windows. All the curtains are drawn.
Where's the generator at?
You locate the generator. It's in a shed next to the cabin, probably about off to the side. It's closer to your position than to the shore, so like it's maybe 100 feet away. So you could get there without a stealth check.
Okay.
Because it's making so much noise to cover you. Obviously, if you do something to the generator, they'll know.
Well, sure, but I mean, by that point, that would be the point.
Sure.
So,
We kill the generator.
Bill.
They come up.
how
The back door
How
opens.
big are you on like flashing the badge and trying to actually like be reasonable with these fools versus, going kinetic.
Well, a minute after you get there and you spot the generator, the back door opens. You see a man get out. It's not Leon. And he heads towards an outhouse. About 20 feet from the cat. Well, about more like 50 feet. It's a little ways back. And it's like a chemical toilet, but, they built the shed around it.
Renee, what's your unarmed?
My unarmed is 60.
Oh, it's 60.
You want me to sneak down there and take him out?
Kind of, especially if we could, choke hold.
Yeah.
All right, I can try that.
Yeah.
So, while she's doing that,
Wolves attack someone.
Yeah.
can I use military science to basically sabotage the generator?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty, your options are, basically, with military science, you know how to turn them off or, pull a part out.
Yeah.
That's very similar to repair, or you could totally fuck it up, in which case, it's going to be noisy. There's no...
Oh, sure.
So which way do you want to do it? Quiet and easy to fix, or loud and permanent?
Sorry.
Also, don't you have mechanical repair or something like that?
I do.
You could sabotage it. You could,
Since
do all
I'm
kinds of
already
stuff. You
down
can set
there.
it to sabotage after 15 minutes or something like that.
Since I'm already... Well, I'm headed down there to take
Are
out the
you?
guy, aren't I? Isn't that what you wanted me to do?
All right, give me a stealth check. I'll give you a plus
back
20
to
bonus.
tactics.
Yeah.
Plus 20 bonus to
We'll
stealth check?
disable this guy.
Yeah, I passed that. 15 to
think we're-
70.
Oh, yeah. All right, you get up. You're
taking his clothes and actually
you're
getting
waiting.
inside this place, but
No.
we can eliminate this threat, not permanently.
Right. Maybe we can find something out, depending, or at the very least, after some number of minutes, somebody should come after
All right, so
him.
you want to tactically question him and then see if maybe we can turn this into just a little bleed off on him. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, then let's have her.
Non-lethal?
Oh yeah, no, definitely non-lethal. That's why we're sending you instead of me.
Kung Fu.
My unarmed is crap. I'm gonna walk up behind him and put 3
Instead of
holes in
just
his
my Google
friggin'
food.
through his ribs with my knife. But
Right.
Wait, well, that's a way of silencing it.
it is. And that's exactly how I was trained to quiet a guard.
It's hard to question people with a non-standard number of exits from their lungs, though.
Exactly. So
This is true.
all right.
right.
So we'll have her take him out. We'll drag him back up, and you and I'll deal with him while she rigs the generator
Yeah.
to break down if we need it.
And Palmer is on Overwatch with the rifle.
Yeah.
All right, you get a plus 20 to your unarmed because he is totes unaware.
Yeah, 52 under 80.
Okay. You start choking him. He will get one chance to resist before he passes out. So make one more check.
This guy?
Yeah, well, basically it's an opposed check. And he fails his check. So go ahead and make a roll. You don't fail, you knock him out.
82, which is slightly over.
All right, you both fail.
So try again, or...
Yeah, one more time.
Roll off.
yeah, that's a 20... a
Yes.
12.
All right, you choke him out. It takes a little longer than it would otherwise, as he's struggling. He's a tall guy, but you just pin him down, and he collapses like a rag doll on you.
Okay.
So you can.
So I tell you guys that if you want to drag him up there, you need to come down and help me.
Yeah.
All right. There's no one else out there. The other 4 are in the house, so you don't have to make stealth checks or anything to drag them.
In the meantime, while you guys go drag him up, I'm going to go set the generator, or no?
Do you want to sabotage the generator?
That's what I'm asking. Did you guys want me to?
Yeah. Just,
Set it up for sabotage. Do not sabotage it yet.
No, set it up for sabotage. I can do like I can set it up for
Yes.
a time.
Yes.
Okay.
What time do you want?
Basically, you're puncturing the fuel tank so it leaks out faster. So
Yeah.
this check is to figure out exactly what the rate is.
I mean, even diesel, I don't know if we really want that around now. Like, if you,
Well, that's a
let's
quick.
see. So if it's generator, it's on a glider, so it would not. It would be entirely possible to get under there and drop a couple of pan bolts, so that over the next hour, it's leaking out enough oil that it has sudden massive lubrication failure.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
Rather than exploding failure.
Yeah, it's diesel, so it's not going to explode. But of the volatile things, I would rather have floating around.
Oil is better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a roll. See if you can do that.
And that would be mechanic.
Yeah.
And in this colder weather, it's going to be pretty high viscosity oil anyway. So.
37 didn't quite succeed.
Okay.
Didn't
My
quite succeed.
mechanic is 30.
Okay. You're fooling around with it. You're not quite.
Failed to break the gasket.
Yeah, failed to break the gasket. So you're struggling. What are you two doing while she's working on that? What are you two doing? You can get
smelling salts in that kit. The first time to fuck her up.
Yeah, you could tie him up and
Yeah.
All right, so you tie him up. You can give me a first aid check to revive him without successfully, and you can give me an alertness check because you're watching the place.
Yep.
That'll make.
All right, he wakes up.
Not a chance.
Okay.
91.
All right.
Really like those 91.
All right. Well, there's people in a house.
Yep.
You're pretty sure of that.
Silhouettes, I think.
Yep.
It's hard to pay attention for that long.
Well, it's hard to see through things.
Scope fatigue is a real thing.
Yeah. You wake him up. You put your hand over his mouth so he doesn't scream. He's
So since-
very wide-eyed.
and
Since that
rag
failed,
over
can I go
mouth.
back up the mountain, or
You can try one more time. But
do I have to try one more time?
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm not going to try one more time
Seems
because
legit.
I'm just going to be like, hey, I couldn't get it to work that way. If
Well, you
want
can just
me
shut
to-
it off for free if you want.
Yeah, but I don't want to shut it off right now.
Yeah, okay.
So
it's kind
I'm
of
going to.
obvious. Yeah.
All right. All right. So hand over the mouth. He's very wide-eyed. One person can roll persuade to try and, or well, I think interrogation is a separate skill, isn't it? No. It's
No, because my persuade's pretty high, so I got to assume that.
Mine's
that
a
comes from-
70.
Well, it's not as high as yours, but it's high for a guy who has zero charisma, pretty much.
Oh,
You're just so scary.
yeah. Yeah, yours is more physicality based.
Yes.
Obviously. Yeah. Persuade.
That's a thing.
But 74 is higher than 70.
Okay.
Dang it, we're so like just missing things.
You tell him, tell us what the kind of like, tells you what to know or
Tell us what you know.
Yeah. When you open his mouth, he tries to scream. You put his mouth over. He's,
Yeah.
he's still panicking and more concerned, trying to warn the group. He's not so easily intimidated, at least even by this. You can give me another awareness check.
Hopefully I'm more alert this time. I'm not.
Okay. So you're kind of surprised when you're looking around somewhere else, and then you realize the door's open. Someone's already outside, coming down the steps. It's a woman, and she has her own hunting rifle slung around her back, and she calls out, "Let's see here, Roger,
So,
Roger! God damn it!"
I will put
She
the
starts
sights on
walking
her.
towards the outhouse. Huh?
I put my sights on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's looking for Roger.
Clearly, we have Roger.
You two weren't paying attention, so you, I
Right.
assume, warned them.
I'll do some hand waving.
Well, you have headsets, and
Oh,
you can do the cool tactical headset.
TACnet!
Yeah. So you're still by the generator, or did you go back up with you?
I went back up.
Okay, so you're all three up there. So yeah, there's the Roger has been missed. So it took you several minutes to get him up there,
Want to do
and
some more kung
minutes
fu?
I mean, if I
It worked the first time.
don't have a choice.
Okay, that's another stealth check.
No bonus this time, I assume.
Yeah, because she's not in the outhouse. She's looking.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
All right,
That's
you
a-
snap on a twig, step on a twig, and snap it. She unslings her rifle, and she starts looking around. Of course, it's very dark, so she doesn't see you, and you stop.
Yup.
So you're kind of pinned down in the underbrush, and she's like, "Roger, you there?" And she's looking around. So you guys all see this. I assume you gag Roger, so you don't have to hold him. What is everyone?
Or
Someone could pretend to be Roger and say up here
That would-
and lure her into.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay,
No,
that would be
get
a
that out of your
persuade.
head.
All right.
Use a man
Predator
voice.
only hunts in tropical jungles. I assume.
I'm sure there's a Dark Horse comic with him hunting fucking polar bears or something. Him hunting every other goddamn thing.
I mean, AVP they run it. Guys.
Yeah. Oh, see, there you go. Yeah.
Hey, come see this thing.
Yeah.
13 out of 70.
Ooh.
It's a really great thing.
It's going to the other thing. I'm totally Roger.
You just go, and she goes, huh? And she starts heading up the ridge.
How's your stealth?
My stealth's pretty good.
All right.
My stealth's pretty good.
How good is, something on the back of her neck?
My strength's really good as well. I can butt stroke her.
I didn't even mean that
The
necessarily.
knocking
Just
her out is
My unarmed combat's not very good because I
Okay.
swapped that for my med skills.
All right.
Because just
He
because
said, so far that's been a
I
good
was a
choice.
SEAL doesn't mean I'm some sort of friggin' kung fu master.
right. We already
Like
have
me,
one of those. It's our
and I
hacker.
failed.
I do have one of those, but yeah,
Do you have melee weapons? I don't think. Well,
I do have melee weapons, and like I said, I got strength, so
Yeah.
I can justify like butt stroking. Or
well,
whatever.
strength. If you just use strength, that would be like tackling her. Melee weapons would be the butt stroke.
Butt stroke. Okay.
Yeah. That's like the expert hit her right in the back of the
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So
yeah.
first off, stealth.
Stealth, of course. And that will make.
Okay. So you sneak. Well, she is alert though, so she is going to look around.
Okay.
So what did you roll exactly?
65.
65. Oh. Yeah, she can't beat that. When you're doing a pose check, whoever gets high, it's blackjack rules. Whoever gets
Right.
highest without going over wins, and she got a 13. So
Right.
she succeeded, but you have a higher mark.
But yeah.
Blackjack. Or alternatively, chicken.
Yeah. All right, so you're behind her, and she's heading up towards you.
Yeah.
So you have one action before she will
Right.
get up to the ridge and see that things are not good with Roger.
Roger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
What do you want to do? You want tackler would be strength times 5.
right.
And that would be noisy, but there's a
No,
jar.
yeah, like I'll have a higher success rate, but like that's
Melee weapons definitely the stealth way to go.
Yeah.
I'll give you a plus 20 bonus because you have the drop on her.
okay. Yeah, I like my odds better with just conking her on the head with
Yeah.
the. With,
If you have surprise, I mean, like
good.
it's a significant factor.
no, it totally makes sense, and of course I miss it because that's how this
Remember,
game's
I'm still in
going.
my sights on her, so
And
goes to
we've
shit,
established
fine.
that Roger is tied and gagged.
Yes.
So I am behind him further up the ridge, and
Yeah.
I'm not scoped, but I'm
You're using him as cover.
and I am in waiting.
Okay. Okay, you see this happen, Kurtz, and you see McNerdy come up, and he is running through the underbrush, but a branch gets in his way.
Eating branches tonight.
Yeah, well, it's thick, Alaskan
The
underbrush.
damn
Forest.
woods.
It's a forest, and it kind of just the angle of it. It doesn't make contact with her. He misjudged his distance by just a fraction of an inch. But you are within charging distance. If you wanted to try and kung
Why
fu.
not?
All right, give me kung fu.
Let's try and
Give me kung
her.
fu.
Show
No
me
bonus.
potato salad.
Sure.
You can try and grapple her.
That is a 9 out
All
of
right.
60.
Wow.
So yes.
All right, a 9. You want to
Sweep the
hit her
leg.
or do you want to grapple her?
I would like to hit her in any way that I can. That I want to knock her out. So that's my end goal. So
Well, you don't have surprise on her, so you can't. So grappling her would be doing that and trying to choke her out. You can't just one shot her.
Oh, sure, I know. So grappling is the thing that I want to
Okay.
do.
All right.
That is-
So yeah, you grapple her. You grab
Okay.
I
onto
mean,
her.
kicking her teeth down the back of her throat will probably keep her yap shut for just a
All
minute.
right. So
I also want to keep her from screaming, which I assume
well, that depends
grappling-
on initiative now.
Ah,
so,
okay.
Now we're doing initiative. What is your dex?
My dex is 70%.
Or 14. Okay.
14,
And what's your
sorry.
dex?
60%, 12.
12. All right. You go first, so you can either this is going to be actually she's going to try and fight back, break the grapple. So you both roll unarmed, and whoever succeeds, you get to either choke her or keep her mouth shut. Or actually, if you choke her, she can't really talk.
Okay.
So, but if she succeeds, she will break free and be able to yell.
Okay.
So she has it at base 40%. Yeah.
Is Overwatch still happening? Because wouldn't that dex matter too?
Unless do you want to take a shot? Because your hunting rifle is
hunting rifle is loud.
Right, but if she's going to scream anyway. No,
you didn't ask for
that's
one.
not a thing.
Well, it is, but
I've
we
shot
did.
that thing.
You didn't ask for it.
We did, yeah.
I didn't think about it.
No preparedness in this game.
Yeah, no preparedness. All right. She failed.
36.
You succeed. All right. You
Doesn't
Does
matter.
Alaska allow?
you put her in an arm bar.
There's like 7 states that do.
You can get silencers for rifles, but that takes time, and you had to ask. Or
Well, yeah, no. I was talking. I was stepping away from the game. Like there's 7 states that allow you to hunt with suppressors. So I was just wondering like how odd that would be.
probably Alaska would be one.
I would think so, but I don't know. Yeah.
So you put your arm on her throat, and you start choking her. She is. So you get to act. You can just give me unarmed if you want to help choke her out.
Well, she's holding her, so I'll just come up and whack alongside the temple.
All right, give me melee weapons plus 20 because she's pinned.
Yeah.
If you crit fail, though, you'll hit her.
Yes, I know. Dice.
At least that didn't.
That wasn't a crit fail.
All right.
What? Is that not a 12?
No, that's a 92.
Oh.
Because of course it is.
All right. You smashed it against a rock.
That rock had it coming.
Watching this through the scope going.
I better be soaking up some karma for our next game. That's all I gotta say.
This is just a
unless you two want to intercede, we'll just keep up with the
No,
choke.
I'm not going to fire a rifle right now.
You're what?
With this going on, I'm shifting to watch the back of the house.
All right, yeah, both of you can give me alertness checks.
1 over.
55 out of 60.
Oh, someone
Yay!
just peeked through the window.
Peek through the window?
Yeah, peeked, pushed the curtains back, then looked, and then saw and quickly did it again. So you don't know what they saw,
Okay.
Not even on crit success?
no, that's why you got to see it, because it was a very minor action.
I'm worried about Mythos Sorcerer. I am inclined to just say we're blown and start lighting things up.
Well,
Okay.
I mean...
Well, give me the high sign and I'll shoot whatever comes out the door.
You're gonna know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, new round. You'll need to choke her. This is another opposed arm. She's not totally. She's still got some air left in her. She gets a 38.
I got a 28 out of 60.
All right, she breaks free. She beat. She got a higher without going over.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I didn't realize what we were doing. Okay.
Yeah. Chicken.
So she does that. Pushes away and just yells, "Help!"
So she was able to catch a breath that quickly?
Actually, no.
After
You
being choked?
get an action first.
I can act? Okay.
Yeah, if you can melee her first.
I just kept swinging.
No, she's getting a burst to the head.
Okay.
Fuck this shit.
We're going live.
I've got an
Yeah,
MP5
no,
SD6.
I-
This is one of the quietest guns ever made. They ain't gonna hear that.
I'm ready to fire a rifle, so you go first.
And besides, simultaneously followed by red tracers spitting out of
Yeah.
the tree line, they have bigger problems.
All right. Yeah, she hasn't yelled at yet.
Okay, so...
You're at point blank range. I'll give you plus 20 to hit.
Okay, and that's... And then I get...
And she
the
kicked free of that, so...
Right.
I'm not
She
in
was
danger.
busy.
And made it on the dot, so that's fine. Got it. That's all that matters.
right.
And then 10% lethality.
Yep. Go and roll percentile.
So let's see what happens with that. So that'll be a 9, I believe. Is that
what'd
how
you
that-
get?
9 damage.
I got 80. I got an 81, so that's 9
Yeah,
damage.
9
Right?
damage.
Okay, so
All
9
right.
damage to her.
You stitch her up, and she falls down. She's not dead, but
No.
she is bleeding out. She is unconscious too. So she falls down, starts sliding down the ridge, sliding the slope alongside the ridge. Sorry. All three of you who are not adapted to violence, give me sand checks.
I'm adapted to being helpless. I just fell over.
Yeah, but seeing someone shot before your
I'm
eyes.
fine.
What's my
Fine.
sanity? I'm
52
trying to
out of
find
60.
it.
All right.
Oh, I have a critical success. I'm more than fine. I'm energized.
Okay.
This is so exciting.
I really want to kill something now.
I
Shrink.
rolled and then I hit my dice, so can
wanna
I just roll
kill.
again? Because I don't know what the first one was.
Okay, roll again.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to kill.
Yeah.
All right.
17.
I want to kill.
I'm totally fine with this.
You're all fine. It's fine.
The sergeant came in, pinned the middle of me, said,
right.
"You're our boy."
You two can act next. They haven't. They're probably out of character. They're still discussing what they should do next. It's looking weird out there. I don't see Roger, Carrie. Where are they? And then,
Well, so
Start doing some
yeah,
windows.
I
or I
shit
could
you.
blow up the generator.
they do have lights.
Yeah,
They have lights.
It's
We
in a
have night
shed.
vision. Yeah. But from not very far away.
Yeah, the Michael
can
Bay
just
thing
head
ain't
straight to
the
the
most effective way to do this.
again,
I can just head straight
diesel
to the
not
generator
combusting.
on my next turn. And
Well, just
turn it.
shooting with a hunting rifle might cause it to break.
HEDP
Mine.
is good at concussion and shrapnel. That's what it's for. Like, it can kind of hurt stuff, but it's more for, messing
Well,
up
I'm
people
just wondering,
in vehicles.
what are the chances of me shooting through a window and actually connecting with something? I'm not standing in front of the window.
If you make an alertness check, you can see a target.
But
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
There's that.
suppression is a thing.
Yeah.
All right, so alertness first. See if I see anything. I have a 31 out of 20, so I do not.
You don't see a viable target.
Right. So my
You can
options
fire
are
with
Just start doing some windows.
breaks my nose. Okay.
All right.
All right. I mean,
I'm firing at the window I saw someone peeking through.
Okay, you critically succeed. Yeah, you could take a shot at a person.
so we're rolling
It
firearms.
will be at a -10 penalty because there's a cabin.
I don't-
They're inside the cabin, so there's like a wooden wall and stuff like that. So
My gun
No,
makes
I'm
a
just
noise,
firing
that's
at where
about
I
it.
saw someone peek through.
okay.
They may have moved. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to anticipate that.
Okay.
I fail.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna go all in. I'll go ahead and make it a 5-round burst to boost the kill range to a meter.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's 72 out of 50.
Okay.
So.
So we make a lot of noise.
You do make a lot of noise, but you don't suppress anyone. The shots are going above the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're in combat.
Yep.
Combat. So
Here we go.
The problem with going into battle when you have 20% firearms.
well, you can spin around to aim to gain a +20 bonus.
Spin around to aim. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
If you see a target, but the target has to be invisible.
Right, you have
So you have to wait for them to shoot at you
Flying
first
in,
to see
yeah.
them. Basically.
Okay.
So
Well, that makes sense.
you had a dex of 14. So does anybody have a higher than a 14 dex? All right, so you can go
I'm
first.
going straight to the shed to turn off the generator.
So you're running.
Yeah.
Athletics.
I'm asthmatic. It should be just fine, guys. It's
fine.
Just fine. Just over.
All right.
47 out of 40.
All right, you're running down a cliff at night.
you might trip on the way. If you
You do trip.
girl runs.
So you fall down.
Down a hill.
Luckily, I've got quick reflexes, so maybe I just busted open my knee. But
You didn't critically fail, so you don't take any damage, but you lose your next action. So
so just basically, it's going to take me 2 turns to actually get there.
Yeah, and you're exposed if they see you. That's the main.
Well,
thing.
luckily, all the fire is happening
true.
up on the top of the
Very
hill.
nice distraction.
So 12 dex,
10.
10,
11.
11. Okay, so 13 dex goes next, which is NPC. So someone opens fire from one of the windows. Those of you can see it's someone from inside, and there's a random gunfire. So. And it kind of sprays overhead, but you're being shot at, so you're suffering violence being shot at. So both of you make sand checks.
I continue to pass.
And I offer them my middle finger.
I do not pass.
All right, you are suppressed. You're like, oh god.
Why is that
If
shooting
you
at me?
don't-
I'm an anthropologist.
You lose 1 sanity.
And then you get to knock off a check in the
Yes.
violence.
Yeah, because you are.
Might as well
being-
just make hash marks and tally it up later.
No. So yeah, you're being suppressed. So you do not want to get up.
You can't make me. I'm a
Yeah.
pacifist.
So, but you can still act because you ignore those instincts. So, but 12 is going next.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to put another burst into Carrie.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, the woman you already shot. Yeah.
She's not dead yet.
No,
She's unconscious.
she is unconscious.
Loose ends make my ass itch.
That's fine.
Gross.
Go ahead and roll. Actually, you don't even have to roll. She's not going to dodge this.
Just walk up and dead check her a little bit. Just make
You
sure.
just she's a stationary target.
Yeah. Well,
What with the unconscious
and one that I can walk in and just, and put my muzzle to, really. Okay, cool.
Well, you don't even have to do that.
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah.
You probably don't want to do that because that would be more in the field of fire because someone is shooting at the general direction of the ridge.
This is true.
So they
11.
Yeah, you can go next.
I guess I can't really technically cover the door. That would just be
There are 3 windows facing the backyard. The guy blind firing is firing from like the middle window, and then the doors between the far window and the middle window. Does that make sense?
Right. No, I just meant like, hold fire until someone comes
You can do
through the
that.
door.
You made your stand check,
Okay.
but you will be a visible target. So like next round, they'll get a chance to hit you.
Fine. In that case, I'll just fire on the window that fired.
Okay.
I'm going to burst again.
Okay. It's a negative 20 to hit because you're trying to hit a person, right?
Yeah.
And they're behind a solid
I'm
wall.
trying to hit a 1 meter radius where I think a person
They're behind
is.
cover, so all right.
All right. Armor piercing of 3? No?
That's why you can do it.
Okay. All right.
They won't have the
21 is under 30.
okay. That does hit. Roll
Yeah.
lethality.
Okay. So that's 19 damage.
All right. The firing stops. Give me a sand check because you just killed your first person.
12. Ain't no thing.
Fine.
I was trained for this.
They're all snakes.
Yeah. You're trained for this. Your target. Yeah. It's all muscle memory now.
Okay, so
Let's see here. So Palmer.
2 left.
The suppression stops. The firing stops, so you can peek back over the ridge
Okay.
after you got over the shock of being shot at for the first time in your life. Not pleasant.
makes you feel alive.
That's one way.
It's the old.
Unless it doesn't.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
So, okay, we've killed 3 of them at this point?
We
no,
killed
we
2
haven't.
and disabled 1.
Incapacitated.
So we believe that there's at
what
least
did I
one,
just
maybe
say?
2 more? Or do we know there's only one?
We know there's-
No, we know there's at least 2. There might be more.
We,
What?
Right?
4 or 5 was
Yeah,
the
I
number.
thought-
we were
Oh,
given.
okay.
There's at least one more and maybe 2.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, just keeping track. So,
One of them there
alertness
guys
to
might
check
be
the windows
sorcerer.
and see if we can get a sense of where the last one is.
Okay.
But I don't. I'm still a bit shaken.
The lights go out.
Oh.
They turn the lights out, weirdly enough.
Shocker when the walls fell.
So, you were shooting down when the lights were in this, So, new round. But you don't see anybody. You don't have any idea where the light switch was or
Right.
where they would be.
You could aim and be set up for the next round.
You have to know where
it has
someone
to know
is
where
to
it is.
aim.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
tell me where
I'm
you want.
generally
Tell me
gonna
where do you
be-
want to aim.
I'm going to be generally
door.
aimed at the back door.
The back door.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay. So that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
New round. Kurtz, you're up first.
Night vision.
Oh, yeah, you
goggles
know
if
you-
they're not already on, but
No,
I
they're
was
on.
still. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're getting up.
We
Yeah, you
have
get up,
them.
and you
I
stagger
make
your.
it to the
Shed.
Shed. Okay.
So you're no longer out of cover, so you're now in cover. But that's your action.
Okay.
As previously decided.
Things happen.
On 13.
Yeah. So then 12 goes.
Okay. I'm going to... So we're kind of here. Cabin's kind of facing us, more or less like this, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to move to this wall and start trying to move around.
So you're going to go down the slope.
Yeah.
By the... Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going to try and go around and flank the house.
Okay.
That's-
Are you going to run or are you going to be stealthy? Because it would be... I don't see how you can do both at the same time.
Yeah. No, like...
I run stealthily.
Leap from tree to treetop.
Stray.
If I go stealth, how many
Haven't you
turns is
seen
it going to take me to
Tarzan?
get there?
The stealth? Or,
If I'm stealthing.
it'll be one round to get to the back corner of the house in the backyard.
Right.
And then another full round to get to the front of the house.
Okay.
Athletics, you get to the front of the house.
Right.
This round.
But you might.
But anybody listening
My-
would hear you.
Yeah.
Assuming that's what they're focusing on. Like, if they're doing something else, like...
Summoning Yogg-Sothoth.
Yeah.
like you do.
Which is a distinct possibility at this
Yeah.
point.
What do you think? Would you rather have me at the back or have me be surprising
We
them?
probably need to cover that at some point.
Well, I mean, either way, I'm getting down there. But
Well, even if you sneak to the back corner, you'll have a better view of the front area, or at least part of it.
Well, you'll know if we're boned.
my stealth is just slightly better, so
Yeah, seems
play
legit.
we'll play it safe since I can't roll for dick tonight.
Right.
All right, fair enough.
And a make, which I wouldn't have had I not. So
There
yes,
you go.
stealthing works.
All right, so you get to the back corner of the house. They without anyone shooting at you, so that's good. And
I mean,
you can give me an alertness check.
he's adapted to violence. Like he cared.
If he actually got shot, he would care.
True.
But there is a good.
Nope, did not make.
Okay.
Things are happening.
All right.
12, 11.
Yep. The generator is still going, so it's still making noise. Which is making it harder to hear what's going on.
I'm working on it.
It's better if I don't hear the chanting.
We could just start firing through the windows in hopes of distracting him so he doesn't stumble.
Or you might destroy a case file. Or,
Yeah.
shoot a kerosene
hole
lamp.
in a case file. Like you can still get a lot of information about that.
I'm gonna invite catastrophe and go down the ridge towards the house.
Okay, are you running or are you stealthing behind McNerdy? Or are you going to go the other side?
Well, I'm going to the back door. Like
Straight back.
Yeah.
Straight down the middle. All right.
Yeah. I mean,
All right,
Right?
that would probably be athletics as it's over open ground, so you can't really, there's nothing to hide behind.
right? No make.
Okay, you're out in the middle of the...
Yeah.
So it's taking you, like, yeah.
2 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bomber.
So I still don't see anything.
You can give me a new alertness check.
Okay.
Okay.
Eventually he's going to show himself. With a
make it.
15.
Okay.
He shows himself. Maybe.
No.
No. Good try, though.
That's right.
You do, your eyes, well, you already have vision, so, there is still some light inside the house. You realize it must be there must be a kerosene lantern in there, that's flickering, and you see some sort of shadow move by it. So you're guessing just, by your mental diagram of what the house looks like inside, someone's sort of in the middle or towards the front end of the cabin.
Okay.
And the lantern's probably in a table in the middle of the room or something like that.
So I'm going to fire right at the lantern.
Okay.
No?
Kerosene is highly combustible.
Yeah.
Fire. I will fire to the right of the lantern towards the front of the house.
You want to shoot, are you trying to hit where the shadow is?
Yes.
Okay. Roll with a negative 30.
With a negative 30, but that puts me automatically in the negative.
Well, then you can't hit it. unless you roll a 1. Because you're shooting through a solid wall. And
That's fair.
Yeah.
So should I shoot or should I just wait?
You can tell them where the shadow is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, and
Or-
can't you aim to make your
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
better.
If it gets in view, you can take a shot.
Right.
All right.
So I'll aim in that general area, report to the
report.
others where I think he is.
Okay.
I also think there's a kerosene lamp in there, etc.
All right.
Do you guys still want me to take out the generator?
Yeah. Do you want to? All right.
Yes.
All right.
Being rid of noise.
You can
would be
just turn
nice.
it off.
Yeah,
You can
I'm just
do-
going to turn it off.
You turn it off.
What do we hear instead?
Well, that'll take you a second. You know,
Yeah,
it's to
fine.
stop.
It's worth a shot.
It's not instant.
Can I turn it off and exit, or do I have to? Is my whole thing just turning it off?
You can move. Like, where do you want to move to?
I just want to move back into cover in the woods.
Oh, well, you could take cover behind the generator itself. It's a very large, heavy
Well,
metal
but
object.
the thing is, I'm thinking that he knows exactly where I am.
Okay.
I just turned off.
Generator's off.
Yeah.
All right.
Figured.
So I want to get
That's
out
fair.
and get back to.
All right.
you're thinking
All right. So you sneak
gas.
back to
Well,
a tree
diesel
near the
action.
tree line.
Yeah.
Well, at the tree line, obviously, and get into cover. All right.
Okay.
New round.
Yep.
Let's see. Well, actually, that was your.
That
first
was
round,
my yeah.
Things happen.
Things happen. You can give me another alertness check.
That's a make.
Okay. In the distance, you hear stone, like stones. You think it's like someone running on stones. The shore. Someone's running towards the shore
Okay.
in the distance. Because it's a stony shore.
Right.
Rocky shore.
Right.
So someone's heading towards that little inlet that you wanted to avoid.
Okay. What can I do to observe them or look for them? I mean, I already made the alertness.
You can't see them, obviously, because you have to go to the front of the house to get a
Okay.
view of that shore.
So yeah, I guess I'll move around to the front of the house then.
Are you
Where I-
running? If you run, and then you could take an action, or if you stealth, then that's your action
no
because
action. Okay.
you're being sneaky.
Run is athletics, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay.
I make.
Okay. You run, stomp, 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 and get to the front corner of the house, front right corner of the house, and you see there is a man. He is running towards the shore. You see a Zodiac that's sort of tied up on, sort of dragged up on the shore. So he's obviously trying to get away.
Okay. How far away is he from me?
He's been running for a couple rounds, and he's been making his athletic checks. So he's, but he hasn't had a whole lot of time. So I would say about 200 feet, something like that.
Okay.
So, with still rifle shot range pretty easily.
But I have a submachine gun, not a rifle.
Oh, yeah, submachine gun, yeah. A little harder. So, -20.
Negative 20 on my shots. Okay.
But you're behind cover, and he's on open ground.
That's true.
You could spin around to aim and negate it, and then take a shot next round. But then after that, he would be at far
Yeah, I was
range.
about to say. No, I think I'll just try a 10-round burst and just see if I can wing him.
Okay. -20.
At negative 20, yeah. And I make.
Oh, wow.
If there was ever a time
No
to
one
not with it.
expected that.
The commando does get a commando. They are roll lethality.
Oh, come on for the kill shot. Nope. So that's 7 damage.
All right. He falls down, but you see he rolls behind a large rock, or at least large enough for him to hide behind. So
Yeah.
he's wounded, but not dead.
Yeah.
And that's when you hear you're on it's a 2-story cabin. And it's sort of built on a slope. And then that's when you hear creaking above you. As you realize the other person was in that room with a kerosene lantern. That was the one you had. She had an overview of. And he heard you fire a 10-round burst, even with the silence of a machine
Well,
gun.
yeah, I mean, you could. It makes
also-
noise.
Yeah.
A distinctive noise,
Yeah.
too.
So he's going to fire a double barrel shotgun through the wall at you, through the floor.
Fuck
So-
him too.
All right.
All right, so
He has a 35% chance of hitting.
Okay.
Uh,
Crit failure.
all right. Nothing happens. Turns out his shotgun was not properly maintained.
Please tell me it like backed up.
I was
and,
about
like,
to say, with
cut
a
on
crit
his
failure,
eye.
I think some buckshot needs to ricochet back up at his head.
Maybe
just want-
let's not do
I just
things
want him-
that might end up
I just want
involving
him to
the
have,
kerosene
like-
lantern.
Yeah, that's
I just
true.
want him to have like a gash across his eyebrow.
Okay, whatever.
All right,
Anyway,
so nothing happens.
Right.
That's you just heard the creaking above you.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's weird.
click.
yeah.
Shit.
Well, he's not that bad to give away his precision of that. But anyways, so that's your action.
Okay.
Then 12. What are you gonna?
11,
Yeah. 11.
whatever I'm on.
Yeah.
Obviously, Roger is not good at
yeah.
leaving the shotguns reloaded. With.
Oh yeah. Or he's just talking about
Click. Oh.
He's like, damn it, Roger.
Okay, so you say it's 2-story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it built into the cliffside? Or
Yeah. It's a
built
bit.
into
It's a bit on the slope. Yeah.
Okay, so like we're from the back, we've only been seeing 1 story.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Correct.
So if you enter from the back, you're entering on the top floor. Okay.
There's a staircase leading up to the back.
Oh, okay.
sorry.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, now you can get up there and get to the back door and
Right.
act this round since you're doing. You spent last round doing that.
Okay. Is the back door solid or does it have
That's a wood door, yeah.
window?
The door does not have a window.
Okay. It's worth a shot.
There are windows by
Right.
the door, so you could peek through.
Based on what she said about the location of the person, do I have any kind of an estimation?
He would probably be near the front door.
Okay.
That faces the shore, or in that front half of the room.
So I'm thinking again, like, with the AP and all that, just firing through the door.
Yeah, you can give me a alertness check. You can probably figure. Actually, yeah, give me a alertness check because he just made noise.
Right. Even if it was just click.
Yeah.
So I was half in earlier. Was there something about a bonus running on alertness checks for this, or
Yeah.
did I imagine?
Yeah, we got a plus 10%.
Okay. Cool.
Generator's off too, so
I still failed.
okay.
All right.
You don't
I can't do that.
You'd have to stick your head on.
Right. Well, would it be athletics to try to just
Storm it.
yeah, kick the no.
Okay.
Kick the door and then the stairs, is it a landing like a porch or is it just stairs up? Okay.
Stairs, then a small landing.
So I would prefer to try to kick it and then get out of the direct line of fire through the doorway in case he's reloading quickly.
Would you want to stay outside of it, or rush into it? Like kick it and then go to the side, or kick it and go straight in?
Kick it into the side.
Okay. Yeah. Athletics.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to kick it and go to the side.
Okay.
I'm going to put one through the doorknob.
Okay. All right.
So, do I need to roll for that?
If you're just shooting straight through the doorknob, you won't hit him.
But no,
Yeah.
I just want the door to not be an issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. One through the
He kn-
knob, to the side.
So you go up the stairs. You shoot through the doorknob. The door swings. Starts swinging open. And then you get you're on to the side of the door, so you're in cover.
Okay.
But obviously, whoever's in there knows you're. that someone just shut the door. So, anyways,
Yeah, it's her turn.
So I'm going to roll alertness to see if I can see the person react when they hear the shot through the door.
Sure.
because
Also,
I feel
don't
like there
forget.
might be some movement to that.
Don't forget that you have that plus 10.
Right.
Because I forgot about it.
yeah, go ahead.
Don't help.
No, I see nothing. I must have hit the floor.
You're not very good at this whole alerting.
All right.
20%.
You're-
I'm an
you're-
anthropologist.
Yeah, anthropologists are now hardened by combat.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So, new round. And Kurtz.
That's me.
Yeah, Kurtz, what's up?
I mean, all right now, the door's open, right? So from
You
my
made athletics check to get to the door.
no, I don't want to go
Okay.
into the door. But it's
Terrible
open.
idea.
It's swung open, right? Mm-hmm. So from where I'm in the woods, do I have any sort of range of sight seeing?
Give me alertness.
All right. 6.
Yeah, you actually do see a silhouette of a man.
All right.
Scaramouche. Scaramouche.
Can
Will you
I
do the
shoot at him?
fandango?
Do you have a gun?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a hunting rifle.
what's your firearms at?
20 something.
Well, you have a negative 20 penalty because you have a bad shot.
So you have a 1% chance?
Yeah, you have a 1% chance. If you crit fail, you'll hit one of your allies.
Well, let's not do that then.
No, I'll just tell Bill exactly where he is.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah, he's basically right above.
Not Bill, whatever your name is. Sorry.
That so
Patrick.
he has a dex of 13, so he's going next.
Yeah.
So he is going to
Reload.
drop his gun. Well, he has two weapons because this is Alaska. He has a handgun. So he's going to jump through the window and shoot at you blind fire. So he'll have a whopping 10% chance to hit you, but he'll be behind full cover. So and he. Those are reversed. You would be. You got a 30, so he misses you. But you're being shot at again. So
Here we go again.
21.
all right, you're fine.
Still ain't fucking snakes.
So he jumps through the window and he has full cover to you. So
The back window?
no, the front window. He's on the front porch now, facing the shore.
How did...
So
He took a point.
there's a balcony
yeah.
that
And
runs
then
the
there's
entire front of the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a big, one of those front porch things that has a balcony.
But it's a balcony because it's the second story on that side. Yeah. So he's cutting off his own avenues of escape.
Yeah.
Which I'm down for.
Well, I mean, where else was he going to go?
True.
So next up, you. You hear gunfire upstairs, and a window break. You also know that the guy rolled behind a rock, and you still have approximate sights on him, so you could wait for him. Overwatch him, or
could I take a step back and shoot the guy upstairs?
give me an alertness check and a negative 20 to figure out where he is,
Okay.
because you're just doing this through hearing.
Right. But, so you're saying it's a possibility?
Yeah. If you make a negative 20.
Well, both of you are up there. No, I think I'm going to aim in at the guy behind the rock
All right.
and trust them to deal with it. So,
And so this will come into, because he's going to, he took his rifle out. He's going to try and take a shot at you. So this will be, you have Overwatch, so you have first shot. So
okay, cool.
Still negative 20 because you're still at distance and he has cover.
Okay. Well, I thought because of aiming, I get it negated.
No, you shot last round.
Oh, okay.
You got this. Your whole action is to aim.
That's why you went to ground.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that, like, since my action this time was to do that.
Well, you haven't had a whole round. He's popping back up.
Got it. Okay, so it doesn't count. All right.
Yeah. It lets you shoot him first.
Right. So it's going to be another 5. It's going to be a 5-round burst.
Sure. How many rounds are left in that? Or
I'm at 16. I've expended 16 rounds so far.
Okay.
So I've got 14 left plus 4 extra mags.
all right. Well, I knew you'd have extra mag.
Right? Yeah. No. I've been keeping count. I'm going to play fair. I was going to call my reload. So that's a miss. That's a crit.
All right.
Crit failure. All right. So
Something got into
Into the action.
Yeah, into the action. So it misfire. So you're gonna have to clear it.
Yep.
And he's gonna take a shot at you, and because he's wounded, he has a negative 20 penalty.
Okay.
So he has a 35%, I think. He gets a 24,
which makes
so he has a hunting rifle. Did you look that up? Or
Did not.
Of course, I know the.
Considering
We probably should
two of our
have,
people are
considering we
running
have
around.
them, but sure enough, don't.
Weapons 92.
Let me know about
I think
it.
it's 3 pages after 92.
Yeah.
It's 1995.
Here it is. Let's see here. Heavy rifle. I would say. I wonder if it would be a light rifle or a heavy rifle. I'll just give it light rifle.
Yeah.
He's doing a civilian. He's not doing a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
And it's still a D12. So it's not going to be fun for you.
The damage is a D12.
Yeah. I have a D12. I should have a D12 in here.
Here's one.
Oh, here's one. Which one do you want me to roll?
I just
All right.
roll. Just roll.
Ow.
9 minus 3 armor.
That's 6.
All right. You're adapted to violence, so you're like, well,
I mean, shit happens.
yeah.
Ow.
You're still operate. Yeah, you're still. As long as you have you go unconscious at 2 hit points.
Okay.
So, and let's see here. Your turn.
All right.
So you saw where he jumped to. He's
Yeah. Okay, so I know which window he went through.
Yeah, he's behind a wooden wall, so you could shoot through the wall to him. He basically,
At what penalty?
I think it's -10 or -20. It's a thin wooden wall. I'll say -10.
What would it be if I, like... Is it possible to dash the front door?
To get to his side to flank him. That'd be athletics check to clear this round. It's a darkened room. There's clutter on the floor,
I'll just take the shot then.
like a body.
Actually,
For
wait.
example.
Yeah, that's no better. Okay. Yeah, I'll just take the shot.
Sure.
That puts me at 40%.
Okay.
That's 63. Nice.
You hit near him, but you don't hit him.
Right.
But he is suppressed, so he is not wanting to get his...
Help, help,
There's
I'm
a
being
thing.
suppressed.
Yeah. You could try to yell at him to surrender next round.
Yeah, alright.
That makes sense.
Give up.
So is it possible to take the shot and then start moving towards the front door?
You could, but you'd be in the middle of the room. Like, if he decided to, go blaze of glory, he wouldn't have any cover to dive behind or anything like that. He wouldn't have any penalty to shoot at you.
Right.
So,
Fair point. Alright. Never mind then. Done.
so you,
So
you
you
have...
shared with me where he is.
Yes.
'Cause- Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because
does that
You could
count?
move to a better position and then shoot at him.
Okay. So I will do that.
Okay.
But
It's
it's
still-
still just straight. It's not. There's no bonus or anything.
-20 or -10 because he's still behind a wall.
It gives me a 10% chance. That stinks.
You could aim at him this round though.
Okay, I'll do that because I know where he is.
Yeah.
So next round I'll have a bonus.
Plus 20 bonus.
And he's
Okay.
suppressed, so he's not going to be moving.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So I'll do that. I'll aim this round.
There you go. All right. Kurtz.
I am also going to aim this round.
Okay.
He's in trouble.
Maybe.
All right. So you're just aiming.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Let's see here. I'll let you have initiative since he's suppressed over the guy behind the wall.
Right.
Do you want to try and yell him to surrender, or are you just going to keep shooting at him?
At this point, I'm snake crazy. So,
All right.
yeah, like I realize fight or flight should be after failing a sanity, but
Yeah.
I feel like at this point I have made so many
Yeah.
that I've just kind of,
No, you don't have to make any more
ruthless.
suppression checks. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Yeah, no, I'm just we're ending this.
yeah. All right.
So again on -10% for the wall. All right. 97 doesn't
All right.
hit.
You won't have any penalty next round. You've shot the wall around him by process of deduction.
Door number 1,
Yeah.
door number 2, or door number 3.
All right. So McNerdy, you can both shoot at each other, or you can get behind full cover, and he won't have a bead on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take cover and clear the weapon.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to. Yes. So you lose sight of him. You don't know what he's doing.
Right.
So he does the thing. All right. So you just shot at him. Yeah. He is going to blind fire at you because he's like, "Oh God!"
So he's not suppressed from that round?
He was not moving, but he doesn't have any choice.
Okay.
Like, You didn't. You could.
I didn't read the suppression rules closely. So.
To be honest, neither have I. I think that's how it works.
All right.
I don't want to stop and read them.
Concur.
But he misses because again he's at a substantial penalty.
Right.
And you can take a shot now.
Yay!
You-
And I have a 20 bonus?
Yeah.
Okay.
For a net plus 10.
So
Because
a
of
30.
What?
Because you're still you shot the wall out. So
Oh, yeah.
So it's a plus 20.
Okay.
So you have a
I'm rolling
40.
yeah. Yay! 28.
All right.
Hunting rifle's a D12.
Yep.
3.
All right. Ow! You winged him. And you just shot someone. So give me a sand check.
That's fun. I've done this before. It's not
Oh, it's not fine.
fine. Real bad, actually.
What?
Crit fail.
That is 4 sanity.
What?
Yeah.
Take it in your grandparent.
It's fine. I'm totally fine.
All right.
Is fight or flight 5 at a whack?
5 at whack.
Okay. Then we're good.
Yeah. You have to reach your breaking point for the other one.
Yeah.
So new round, Palmer. You
Yeah,
can
I'm
now-
gonna fire then, I
Yeah,
guess.
plus 20.
Plus 20?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 20% and it's plus 20, so yay.
40.
Nope.
All right.
I'm not good with rifles.
Yeah.
I'm just
Apparently
good
I'm
with
not
kung fu.
Guns him hard.
How is M hard?
Guns him hard. Let's see here. So I think you're next.
Am I still ahead of him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess the wall's gone, so I'm back up to 50 now. So
Why is the
there's
wall
that.
gone?
We've shot it to
Which a
death.
12 will do it. So
think it's a-
rolling versus lethality. I actually hit lethality. I crit under lethality.
Oh, he's so dead.
Boom! Headshot.
Have you actually killed anyone yet? Or
No.
well, roll sanity.
Okay.
This is
Big
definitely.
deal.
You also killed him with lethality. That's pretty.
Yeah.
immersive.
Ought 6.
Coming.
All right. Never mind.
Just
Never mind.
yeah.
No fucks.
No fucks were given that day.
Behold the field in which I
worms.
lost mine fox
All right.
and
So
perceive that it is barren.
McNerdy, you've cleared the weapon.
Yeah.
And it's ready to fire.
Yeah, searching and assessing, trying to find.
All right.
where
You're
he
peeking
went.
your head out to look for him.
Yeah.
Give me alertness.
Go.
Fuck. Never mind.
And I make.
And he
Worry about
critically
it.
failed. He is belly crawling away, but his butt's in the air. Like
Can I
Better than like bear crawling.
shots on him? Yeah.
it's still a negative 20 because of distance.
Is
right.
he waving it around like you just don't care?
No, he does care. He cares really. He really wants to get that boat.
Well, with my fresh mag in, 10-round burst doesn't give me any advantage, so I'm going to stick with 5-round burst.
Sure.
And that makes.
All right, he's dead.
Suck it.
All right.
Yeah. So you've killed everybody.
I would like to turn the
Except for
generator
the guy
back
we
on.
tied up.
Oh yeah, except
We've
for
got a guy alive.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Somebody better go check on him fast.
Out of your monstrosity, Ross. Nope.
Not. You man, he stayed tied up.
I put the kerosene lamp out right away.
Okay.
I turned the
Real
generator
paranoid
back
about
on so
Yep.
we can
Yes.
find the file boxes.
All right. All right. You find a primitive lab set up.
They were cooking meth.
It's definitely not meth.
It's definitely meth.
It's definitely meth.
Smells like meth.
It's something. They're making.
Or
It's
is
not.
that teen spirit?
But it's definitely not any methamphetamine you're familiar with. So,
familiar are you?
But there are cases. There are boxes of cases of documents. There's also a crazy conspiracy theory board, like on the wall of like images, drawn images, and things. There's a lot to take in.
Nope. I take photos, which I'm sending to Blank.
Yeah.
Yep, give
But
these to
I'm not
Blank. He deserves them.
Yeah.
Well, you've completed your mission as far as right now. So, you at this point, Blank. Through, I assume you have satellite phone or something. You would have had
yeah.
some method to cut.
Right.
He tells you sanitize the site. Take every document. And do not burn the house down. That's too suspicious.
Just sanitize the site. I've already tried.
Generators explode all the time.
I don't want anything found. Well, do whatever. I want everything.
There's a kerosene lamp. House fire is not an unpredictable thing.
All right.
I mean, they are incredibly dangerous.
Yes, very much yes.
So yeah, you can take everything. You clear the site.
Yeah, there's a Zodiac to use, so we don't have to try to kayak with legal boxes full of case files. That's handy.
That's very true.
So that takes you the rest of the night.
Yep.
And Blank says, good job. This will conclude your participation in this. We'll give you a full debriefing, but that will end your involvement with this particular case. Everyone, give me human if you want, or bureaucracy.
No segment.
Crit.
Okay.
Ooh, I still made it with a 13.
Okay.
None for me.
You realize there have been some developments that he's not telling you about, and for some reason he's compartmentalizing. He's wanting to limit your involvement in this. So you can tell he's going.
I never would have guessed that, by the way, that we were shuffled out of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Going to Alaska.
I feel like maybe that was more a result of your own choices.
Surely not.
Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, he doesn't want you attached to the actual investigation now because you've all just, murdered 5 U.S. citizens. And disposed of
I
the
didn't
bodies.
actually kill anyone. I just
Shot
You
near.
still shot at them.
I shot
you
near
hit him.
people.
I hit him.
Yeah,
I didn't
so-
die for mine.
yeah.
The only person I took out is still alive.
So you throw your weapons into the.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah. What?
we have a captive.
Yeah. Oh, that's. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
What do we do with our
rush him.
captive?
We black sight him, of course.
Naturally.
Yeah. Actually, that is. Do you think his intelligence is? Yeah. You can actually talk to him before we
Yeah.
do any of this. All right. So you get him out onto the boat. The boat that you chartered, or Blank chartered for you. So, and he's in the hold, and he's looking at the four of you. Give me first aid check, by the way. See
Yeah.
how well you treat your wound.
And I'm going to give me my bonus.
Yeah.
Well, the hell with it. Yep, everything's fine. 35.
All right, you heal 3 points of damage,
Cool.
and it's stable. That'll leave a scar, but whatever. And that Kevlar's gone, but it did its job.
Yeah.
So,
Funnily enough, it's fairly cheap by the standard of the way things go.
Roger is basically broken at this point. So he's you don't even have to roll. What do you want to ask him?
What were you making in there?
Leon, man, he had the key to the dream. We could see everything. We could go into other people's dreams. We could see what they were doing. And then there was the dreams of the gods, man. We could see everything. You could, if we were trying to find a way in there to live forever. Amira, Reed, they wouldn't do anything. They found a way in, but they wouldn't tell us. Said we were cheating, using the drug. But there's a way in there, man, and you can live there forever. See the dawn. I think Amir, they didn't, and Reed, they were afraid of the guest coming after them.
The guest.
Back in the 70s, man. Leon, man, he's part of this government conspiracy, and they found Reed and Amir. They used to be people living here. They're bored here, and they found a way in. But there was, I don't know what it is. It's an alien, a monster, I don't know, a demon. But it wanted in, and it wanted to use them to get in, and but I don't know what happened. But they made it. They escaped. But Leon, man, he found a way that the government conspiracy found records and documents of this drug that lets you go in the dream. But it's not the real thing. You can't go in for real, like Reed and Amira could. And but the guest visited us one night. It looks human, but it's not. It can look like anyone. It's the shadow. You got to look at the shadow. That's how you know. So you can give me psychotherapy checks to assess the guy or human. Yeah.
Oh, well. Human.
Psychotherapy will give you more information.
Yeah, but human has a much larger margin.
All right, that's fair.
17 on human.
Okay, so he's rambling on. He's apparently Leon gathered a group of people. These are actually mostly criminals that he knew in New Mexico. People with connections. People who were kind of broken, and apparently they were manufacturing some kind of drug that had exotic ingredients, and you're not sure exactly how they were doing. You figured this yacht that showed up at the island is a thing, and you realize there's stuff he's not telling you right now, either because he's too scared or he realizes, like any good stoolie, that he needs to have something to keep feeding you. He can't give away everything at once. Because that's how he also doesn't want to be, shot and thrown overboard. So Leon found wind of this. There's some Delta Green case involving this drug and involving these dreamers or dreaming or something. And Leon was just on the periphery, doesn't know much, but obviously he kept these case files as a secret and would spoon out little bits to his followers in order to keep them giving him money so they could keep making more of the drug. Because Leon was trying to find a way into the dream for real, which sounds, who knows if that's real or not.
Right.
But the guest apparently was someone else who was interested in getting into the dream for real.
Someone or something. Yeah.
Someone or, something. And so you realize you're only getting part of the picture. But Roger definitely has valuable information. And so before you call up Blank, I assume you have to kind of figure out, do you want to continue pursuing the case, or do you want to let Delta Green have this kind of information, have access to this drug? Because the formulas are clearly in the case file, and Roger would certainly be able to fill in any gaps that the case file wouldn't have. So what do you want to do? What story are you going to give Roger? How much of this you just be good, boys and girls and give them everything? You would leverage it to say, I want to stay on the case? Or do you throw it all overboard and just say, the kerosene lamp got kicked over?
I can live with that result, personally.
I kind of can, too.
You can give me one more criminology check.
One of my motivations is protecting people who are less gifted than I am. So
one of mine is protecting my friends and destroying threats to people. So.
I tend to think that we should destroy the formula.
That's true. However, you realize this guest, whatever it is, you need all this information to have a chance of figuring out what it is and how to stop it. If you destroy this all,
not all of it, just the formula.
Well, if you do that,
all of it? Is that all of it?
Well,
basically?
no, you could pick it out, but if you do that, Blank will definitely know, or probably know, especially if you turn Roger over, and that'll be it for your career. You'll be seeing a lot more of Alaska because that's where you'll be reassigned in your respective jobs, or some other miserable place. So, what do you want to give them all the information enough to hunt the guest without, but sacrificing your careers, or do you just try and say, you got to keep me on the case, Chief?
I don't know as I really particularly care to be a part of this clusterfuck any further.
Considering the recent scrape with getting shot at, I'm likely to agree.
Yeah.
You just turn it over and let someone else handle it. Make it someone else's problem. Okay. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just how do you deal with that?
I think I'm gonna set up alerts on my computer internet things, so that if I ever find if the computer ever runs across like an instance of the formula, and I will be flagged, and I will hear
Or the
about
proper EKG results.
Yeah.
it. Or those EKG results. Yeah, exactly. I'm
And
going to
thus the cycle
extend.
perpetuates.
I'm going to extend the paranoia for a whole new generation.
Okay, so you're going to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
All right, your own vigil. All right.
Then you get to send out some of those wonderful
yes,
the band back together calls.
So that's what Kurtz is doing. Palmer, how was your reaction? Are you just like, I want to get back to studying books and not getting shot at?
Yes, I like libraries.
not Alaskan cabins in the middle of the night. All right.
Gave me a gun.
Trusted
Cornwell?
me with a gun.
Fuck Young.
All right.
I'm a behaviorist.
You
This
wanna-
is bullshit.
All right. McNerdy?
I'm out.
All right. All right. Not what you
Not
want.
our circus.
I've done enough of somebody else's mess that I didn't choose.
All right. Well, that's Delta Green in a nutshell. But you survived. And
Yeah.
You
We did survive.
you trust in the program to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And
No.
yeah.
No. At
As-
least for my side, I just think this is the least bad alternative.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
But you do give them everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good for your career. Like you find out whatever transfer, whatever you get promotions or a better security clearance. Your supervisors commend you for minor actions that have nothing to do with your real job. Yeah. So you get a nice little pay raise. You played ball, so good for you.
In the words of Greg Stolze, and I'm leaning in for my head pat now.
Yeah. So you don't get full resolution, but what? So what? You did your job. So that's another night at the opera. So questions, comments, suggestions. How'd you guys like this?
I liked it. Yeah.
I wanted to give, there is more to the scenario, but this is, like I said, this is a playtest to see how long it would take to get through various things.
Yeah.
Basically, so out of character, there was a case basically in the late 70s where they found two dreamers who were being chased by a mythos entity. The mythos entity wanted to use them to open a gate to the Dreamlands. And Delta Green interceded, and then the agents involved decided to spare the two dreamers, and they fled into the Dreamlands and are now basically immortal. But they're not bad; they're just there.
They're just folks.
Yeah.
They're just dreaming, and but this
It up.
Harris guy is just another natural dreamer.
Right.
It's just a rare thing, like 1 in a million. And Delta Green basically had the EKG records, and they decided from then on, anyone who's dreaming is too much of a threat because of that entity trying to get in, so they were just going to terminate them. But then everyone died, so no one understood the results of it, so hence this, as this turned up. And if you had time to dig through the case files and learn that up, you would have basically learned ways to contact the dreamers and get the full story from them. And then, if you wanted to, you would have been able to find a way to either make the drug yourself or find a way to track the guest and then confront it. Because the guest is a bad thing.
Right.
And
It seems like a lot more than one session.
yeah, like I said, it was an outline.
Yeah.
And it's clearly a two-part. So probably, actually, what I'll do with the Patreon is pick up the same storyline. I was like, here's a bunch of case files that we got from a thing. Don't question this.
Somewhere.
Yeah, no, they won't tell you where.
Yeah.
We want you to figure out what the fuck's going on. Assemble this old case. And they won't even tell them about the new dreamer until they...
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just pick up from there.
What was up with the sorcerer rat?
Yeah,
Sorceress
what was the rat thing about?
The guest was using magic to prepare Harris to be used as a gateway. It couldn't, and it was actually, he knew where he was and was basically slowly weakening his psyche so he could be taken over to be forced to open a gateway. So, like, the guest was already working on Harris and slowly weakening him, and that's what that was. He was cursing him and basically controlling small animals to fuck with him.
Okay, so it was just small animal. See, I thought you were taking it a Dreams in the Witch House angle, which it very nearly is.
Yeah.
Like, it's just trappings.
Yeah.
difference, but yeah.
But yeah, it was basically weakening him through sorcery, and that you just encountered the residual effects of it. So,
Got
yeah.
good night.
Good night.
The whole thing, like, kind of felt, and maybe I'm reading it wrong, but it felt pretty Stranger Things-ish in that, like, I think you did a really good job of not front and centering the supernatural. Made it a lot more about the, sort of the investigation side of it. Like, there were a lot more human bits, which I think I generally like that better.
Yeah, I didn't want to do like, oh, you're facing a fire vampire this week or whatever. I wanted to do a thing where it's like a genuinely ambiguous scenario.
Yeah.
And I think I've also been influenced by being playing in Dennis Detwiller's games where he does a lot of the same thing. It's like, it's just normal, and then, everything goes pear-shaped, So, yeah.
Were we supposed to hang out and split the party? Or were we supposed
I had
to
not anticipated that, but like I was like, no, I can work with that. So like, because like, yeah, it was very subtle, so you could have totally missed on that. The guest was already tracking him and fucking with him.
Yeah, that was loud and clear to me.
But if you had all gone to Alaska, you obviously wouldn't have seen that.
Right.
So, yeah.
In that case, if you didn't have that sketch to begin with, like good job with the horror imagery on that.
I mean, I had the basic ideas in my head. I like when you're like, oh, I'll do this. Well, I'll just take advantage of that opportunity.
Right.
So, but yeah, I like how the raid went out, and and like the thing is, they were just drug addicts. They were just using a drug to go into the dreamlands and peer into people's dreams and learn their secrets, and they were just voyeurs and hedonists. Yeah. So they didn't have any supernatural powers. They couldn't do shit, but they were just armed drug addicts. The drug was weird, but couldn't do anything. It didn't help them in battle.
Right. Like if I had a different background, I might have been into approaching that in a more straightforward way. But I feel like once you've done one, supernatural influenced militia. Yeah. Once you have discovered a hammer, most things start looking like nails.
And they weren't even really like a militia per se. They were just, drug addicts,
But still.
But, like, they had guns and were hiding out in the woods.
Coops out in the woods. With weapons, like...
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Right, yeah.
Anyways. All right.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
All right, very good. We'll talk to you guys later.